Yo, 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 what's going on?
Yo, 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 Yasin.
What's up, my guy? What's up? What's going on?
I'm good, but can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm looking good. Well, how are you? You okay?
Doing good, man.
That's good. I actually woke up right now.
Oh,
So, look,
man.
literally, I checked my notification and all I see is 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my, I will jump on quickly.
I've been up, man. I've been up.
Shit, that's good, that's good,
So
that's
let's
good, that's
back
good.
test this week.
Hmm.
Let's start with GU.
Okay, perfect. I'm here.
On GU, what can we see? Bearish, right? Why? We had low, hit this high, then we had this break, retest. We had an inducement, made a higher high, low, higher high, right? Price came back and broke structure to the downside. Okay, that will be your main push on what? On the daily bullish right here. Boom, boom, right? Main push. Now we had a BOS to the downside. After a BOS, what did we have? Liquidity build up. What is that? A test point. And a what? A resistance point. Okay, liquidity. We came back to here. You can see we tested, we came all the way down to this extreme demand zone in a bullish market. Yeah. Extreme demand zone. This demand zone, which is the extreme of the main push, here failed to make a higher high. Okay? Failed to make a higher high. Okay? And this one mitigated what? Mitigated this extreme supply. So now, what can we see? We can see this buildup right here, and we had this inducement into a mitigation. What can we see to the downside? Okay? Obviously, we know this is failed now because it hasn't created a high high. We could see equal lows. Okay? We could see what? Equal lows. All right? And what can we assume of this area? We could assume this is a smart money trap. Why can we assume this is a smart money trap? Why? Because this is a weak low that failed to break structure to the upside. All right. That's why we could assume this is a smart money trap. And we could see what? We could see a nice buildup of lows, aggressive pushing down before we go on what? We go on bullish, yeah? So we could see, we could come all mitigate deeper level right here. So now, what can we see here? Yeah? We seen one touch, two touch, three touches on a trend line. Liquidity, okay? And that does not help us for next week or this week that we traded. But what can we do? We could understand where price could go. If this is if this is a weak low that failed to make a high, we can understand, we can get a reaction in a bearish market. Yeah. Let's mark structures here. This is the last lower high that made a what? Lower low internal to this main push. Okay. This is your main 4-hour and daily push. Okay. This is your main push, bullish. We can see here, what did we have? This will be internal BOS. Okay. It will be a complex pullback to this extreme demand zone. So this will not be a complete BOS. This will be your internal BOS. Yeah. Let's see where I got it. All right. This will be internal BOS. And now, what did you have? You had a high that made a what? A lower low. Complete BOS. Okay. Now, what can we see here? We can see price came back here to this extreme area. All right. And what has it done? It failed to make a what? A new lower low. If this was true, what could have done? It would have done this. It failed to do that. Yeah? Then what did it do? Then it pushed up and it failed to make a what? A higher high. What can we assume of this area? We could assume this is a high that failed to make a new lower low. So potentially what? Smart money trap. This is a high that failed to make a new lower low. New lower low will be where? Here, breaking this. That failed. So what can we assume of this? Smart money trap. And what can we assume of this? This is a low. Okay, this is a low that failed to make a what? A higher high, breaking the structure to the left or this structure. What can we assume here? Smart money trap. Weak highs, weak lows. Potential smart money traps. And what can we see to the upside? What can we see to the downside? We can see relative equal highs to the upside. Okay. What can we see to the bottom? We can see a trend line. Nice liquidity. Now, what did we have here? In your session, you would have had what? A medium inducement here. Okay. So we understand this is what? An inducement zone. This is an inducement zone that gave you a trade for the day. Smart money trap. Inducement, you find your confirmation and you trade higher. On a higher time frame, you do not wait for this to break. You attacking it. You understand this is weak and you attack it. You don't trade the opposite way, which is lower time frame when you're waiting for that inducement low and waiting for the breaker structure before you could attack it. You trying to catch this. You don't want this to happen right here. You're trying to catch this section, this portion of the trade. That's where you want to be at, okay? Now, what can we see? Okay? This low, okay, came to the extreme supply, okay? And failed to break it. So what can we assume of this? We could assume this is a smart money trap. This low, people are looking at it and they want to trade from it. We can assume this is a what? This is a trap. What do you want for a trap? You want a minor inducement, or obviously in this area, it's a higher time frame zone. So it gives you a play, right? Because why? When you came down, you broke the structure. And once you broke it, this will be your major inducement. So it gave you a bullish, it gave you a bullish push. You can see now, this high came back and broke this low, major inducement. This was last week, not this week, but the one before. Major inducement slash what? Slash BOS. Slash BOS. You shouldn't be looking at this as this is a major inducement that's just gonna make price fly higher. It don't make sense, okay? What can we see here? We had a major inducement. We built up these highs right here, equal highs, okay? And if you say this is the high that led to this low. Where's your extreme? Where's your decisional? This will be your extreme all the way up to at the top. This will be your extreme supply. Where's your decisional? This is the high that led to this overall low that led to this BOS. What can we see here? We can see price came back to decisional zone, mitigated, and now we has made a what? A new lower low, which is, you know, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, because this high is lower than that. And what did we do? Lower low. Now, this you just is good to understand, but this does not help us for the week. Okay, what can we see here? Now, since a new lower low has been made, okay, since a new lower low has been made, what can we see here? Yeah, we can see some form of a trend line, actually, right here, which is one touch, two touch, three touches on the trend line. Okay, what can we see here? This is this week price action. We understand this is a smart money trap. Price mitigated. There's no inducement. You want the inducement here. You want it to take liquidity. You want it to take what? A liquidity point. We don't see any liquidity being taken from this high. When price mitigated here, induced high, we traded it lower because that's the sensible thing to do. But there's no liquidity being taken. Price cannot just crash, 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 or go high, high, high. It needs some kind of retracement, building liquidity, and taking it out. Now, once this lower low has been made, once this lower low gets swept, what is this called? This is called a major inducement, okay? Major inducement. And now if you go on EU, this is GU. If you go on EU, all right, 4 hours, what can we see here? What can we see? EU made equal lows, respecting this area. Yeah? EU made equal lows, respecting relative equal lows, respecting this area. What can we see GU did? GU did a high time frame divergence. Okay? What can we see? High time frame divergence. Now, let's go down to the H1 because now it will help you understand where we at. Now, what can we see here? If you mark structures on a H1 time frame, we can see a high made a low. This is a test point right here. This is a what? A test point. Why? We broke the structure to the downside. Okay, this is the last area that price was holding. Why this is a SMT? Because this is a lower low. This is not a high. This is you can't trade this high from a supply. What can we see? High made a low. This is a what? Smart money trap. Because why? It's a lower low. It's not a demand. This is a lower low. And what can we see happen? We can see price came up, built these highs, induced high, and what did it do? Break structure to the downside. Okay? Break structure to what? To the downside. BOS. Now, after this BOS, what has happened? We can see after this break, we had our test, then we went down. Okay? So this is a level of a test. And what can we see? Price induced it this last week, then crashed down. Now, this is a break and a test. Now, what can we see? Now, you see this test area is followed by what? Followed by this ascending trend line. Don't worry about this wick. I mean, you could say this is an inducement. I'm looking at all of this as liquidity because it is break and test. But if you read this, you see high made a lower low, BOS. lower high, made a lower low, BOS. Lower high, made a lower low, BOS. Bearish market. Lower high, made a this lower low, BOS. Now, where's your extreme? Where's any of that, right? This will be your extreme area. Yeah? This will be your extreme area. Now, if we go on the 4 hours, what can we see here? You gotta play with all of these time frames. You gotta play with all of these time frames, yeah? What could we see happen here? This area, okay, went here, mitigated, and made a what? A new lower low. Can you say this is a lower low? You can't really say this is a lower low. Why? Because you have divergence in the bottom. And divergence show you a what? Manipulation. Divergence show you price being manipulated. This is making a lower low. Why is this making a lower high? What is the difference? You get what I'm saying? And this is how you use it to position yourself bullish, bearish, or however to read the market. So now, if we go on IH1, and now we'll open our session. Okay. What can we see here this day? What does this day happen? Let's see here. Let's go down to the lower time frame and see what is going on. Okay. Here. We understand this is a what? This is a lower low. This is a not a demand zone. Okay. This is not a what? A demand zone. This is a lower low. Hence for what? A smart money trap. Okay. What did price do? Price mitigate. Okay. You see here? Low, high. Okay. This is the low that made that high. Now, price mitigated this area. Then what did it do? Induced to the upside. This is not a break of structure. This is an inducement because you are in a what? In a bearish market. So what makes sense? Making sense is selling more than buying in a bearish market. Yeah. So now what can you see here? You had a high, right? Smart money trap because this is a lower low and this is not a demand zone that you should be buying from, right? Price induced to the high and did a what? A BOS. Once this break of structure happened, what can we see here? Liquidity point. What is a liquidity point? Yeah, this break test. This you can see here. Price came down with this candle, broke structure. Yeah, price came up with this black candle, tested. So now, if you trying to sell, you wouldn't sell from this high. You would sell from the higher area. Why? Because this now becomes liquidity. Okay, if you want to sell, you'll be selling from here. And now, if you look at this line, because I know people love just looking at the higher time frame from a mile, you could see we already had this inducement. This break test already got induced, okay? When you compress price, you don't really see these wicks. It looks like equal highs, but it's not equal highs, okay? Now, what did we do? Came to this overall supply. And when we opened the session here, this is Monday. Now we getting down. Monday. What can we see here? Okay. We understand this is an inducement, yeah? But what did we really want for the session? We wanted a medium inducement in our time window so we could do what? We could go and attack that smart money trap. Where's the smart money trap? This is the high, okay? That made this low, okay? Now we open in here at extreme. This is a high of previous day. Yeah, this is a high of previous day. This is previous day high. Plus a what? Plus a medium inducement. All right. We wanted our session, or at least I wanted my session, to open on this medium inducement and mitigate what? Mitigate it more of this supply zone, because we understand this is, yes, this is a mitigation, but it's not really much. You know what I'm saying? On well, how many pips is this? You can mitigate deeper level within the supply. This is 25 pips. So we understand of this area, we could have had what? We could have had this medium inducement into a deeper mitigation before going down. That's why I was framing myself for this medium inducement, and I did not want to sell from here. Right? What did we had? We had we had an inducement here, right? Then we had just a Asia high inducement, which I do not trade at all. I do not trade Asia high inducements, Asia lows inducements. I do not trade them. Okay? We just had an inducement of Asia session. Then what did price do? Price went down and cleared this low. After it cleared this low, BOS to the downside, what did we have? We had a test level. Okay? Now going on 5. What can we see here? Test level. So now you cannot say you're bullish until you do what? Until you break structure to the upside. So now you could say this is more of an inducement than a BOS, because you had this test level right here. So now we can see high that made this low, main push. Okay, on your lower time frame, this is your main push. This is the high that made this low. I did not trade this session or trade this from here. Why? Yeah, because this is an Asia high inducement, and I do not trade Asia high inducements. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you and say, oh yeah, I knew it was gonna go down. I did not. I was waiting for this medium inducement before I sold it down. So I did not trade this bearish, you know what I'm saying, this day. Now, what can we see? We can say this is an inducement. Okay. And what can we see here? We can see this is a weak low that failed to make a high in a bearish market. This is a high that made a low. This is a lower low. Yeah, internal. If we was going bullish, yeah, going what? Bullish, 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 bullish. Yeah, we were going bullish. So now we came to this extreme supply zone. So now what can we understand? If you put your fib, yeah, if you put your fib from this high to this overall low, you understand we are at extreme zones. This is the high that led to this overall low. Okay, 50% have been met, and we are extreme zones. Okay, so we can understand we have a what? Another main push, bearish, common sense, bearish market. So just this, I usually use them as a smart money trap. Obviously, I was wrong in this specific day. The bias was right. It just I didn't want to sell from here. Yeah. But what can we see here? Structure wise, price is bearish. Yeah. If you saying this is the lower high, okay, or higher low to make a higher high, it failed to make a higher high and break the structure. So when price comes back, what can you consider this? You consider this as a smart money trap. Why? Why can you consider it as a smart money trap? Yeah. You got to ask yourself, this is a weak low that failed to make a higher high. Okay? And what can we see here? This is a Asia low. Asia low liquidity. This is all reasons why This is a smart money trap. What happened here after that? Yeah? What can we see? Price mitigated a high time frame, extreme supply zone. This is all reasons why. Why are you writing all of this down? What's the point of you writing all of this down? You writing all of this down is for you to giving you reasons why you shouldn't buy from here. Why it's a bad idea. I should have never buy from here. Yeah? This is why. When you in a situation like this, you want to give yourself reasons. You got to write them down. Why should I buy from here? Why I shouldn't buy from here? That's the whole point of you writing all of this down and back testing it. Yeah. So now what can we see? We had a high, made a low, breaking the structure. We had a test point. We had a what? A lower low. You can see this as two legs. You can see it however you want to see it. I see this as liquidity. I never in my life will sell from here. Okay? Because that doesn't make sense at all. If you put your high here to this low, and this your main push, where you want to come to? Extreme areas. You don't want to be selling from, I mean, 50% retracement is okay, but if you say this is a high, if you say this is a high that made this low, why is this a supply? This supply didn't even come retrace back 50% for you to even consider it. If you could see, if you say this is a high that made this low, yeah. If you put your Fibonacci high to low, you can see this area haven't even met a 50% retracement, and we understand this is liquidity. So this is a bad area. What to sell from? So now, what can we see here? Price came back to extreme areas. And this is not a demand. This is a smart money trap. Why is this a smart money trap? Because this is a high a low that failed to make a what? A high. So in New York session this day, I really didn't like this. But what did I say? I said if we had a mitigation here of the smart money trap, okay? Let's go 1 minute. Yes, I said if we had a mitigation, minor inducement to the upside, we could be selling down. Okay, we could be selling down and following the bearish trend. What can we see here? Yeah, price came up here. Let's mark structure. This is the high that made a low. This is the low, made this high. Higher low. People seeing it as a what? Higher high. So where's your BOS? We can see we had a BOS to the downside here. After BOS, what did price do? Price made a test point. That's all you can only trade this if you understand that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm bearish. But if you're not considering yourself as bearish, it's kind of hard to to trade any of this. So now this is a break and test liquidity area. Plus a what? You could use this as a medium inducement. Why is this a medium inducement? Yeah, you could see here. If you follow bearish trend and you know this is a weak low that failed to make a high SMT, and this is a break and test, yeah. And on your M15, let's see if this is a high that made a low. Let's see. If you saying yeah, if you say this is if you say this is your main push, yeah, M15. What can we see in this main push? We had a high, we had a low, we had a lower high, we had a lower low. What did price come and do? Price came and did a medium inducement. Why? Because this is a high that made a lower low. Medium inducement plus what? Break and test inducement. So this is a valid inducement to go what? Off and sell from this area right here. But obviously not in session. So now what do we want? You want a minor inducement after mitigation here. You want a minor inducement, attack this area. Attack this what? This SMT trap. This is not a bullish day. We bearish. So now what can we see happen? We can mitigated the smart money trap. Yeah? No action. No inducement, no action. You don't want to sell from here. Yeah. There's no inducement yet. If you go here, let's see here. I mean, it did grab liquidity, but I would not sell it. Okay? So now, what can we read? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. We had a what? That's why you gotta be patient in this market. So you can't just go and try to make shit up and be like, oh yeah, yeah, here, I see this, I see this. What can we see? An inducement. This is aiding yourselves for the next day. Why? This is you're in a bearish market. You just mitigated the extreme, and you see the movement outside from extreme here. I just don't like trading age high inducements alone because more than not, like this, age low inducement by itself, it will give you two legs on an M1. It will give you all of that nonsense. Just come take you down. Then the move will happen. So I don't trade these inducements of like age low by itself or age high by itself. It has to have a meaning. And I was waiting for this medium inducement, but that's why I did not trade London bearish, but I traded New York bearish. From where? I put a limit right here. This was a limit sell for me. Okay. This right here from this high was a limit sell for me. I left a limit there, and that's exactly what I did. Then I went to sleep. I swear to God, I put a limit there and I went to sleep. So what can we see here happen? Let's go on 5. This is a weak low that failed to make a higher high. And we understand this is more likely a what? An inducement. You could go to on EU and see the structures and you could tell this is an inducement. Okay, let's go here. Just for the sake of it. What can we see this is the high. This high right here that happened at the 13th of October on Monday at 5:45, yeah? 13th of October at 5:30. When did this happen? 5:45. 5:45. Where's 5:45? 5:45, yeah? It's right here. Boom. Okay, this high is equivalent to this high. What can we see here? At 7 o'clock, this made a what? A lower high. This high is higher than this high. At 7 o'clock exactly, at the same day, what did this make? A higher high. What does that show me? Divergence. One respect, one induce. Okay? What do I take? I take the one that fits my narrative. I'm bearish. I'm bearish. All of this is just nonsense. I am bearish. Yeah? I am bearish. So what? What do? I trade bearish. So now I left the limit right at this high. But this was still New York session at that time. And I forgot that limit there. And what can we see here? What can we see after this inducement? I left the limit straight at the extreme. I do not recommend this, especially if you're not up on your account. Don't put limits. Don't sleep on limits. Don't trade this way. This is risky stuff. Okay. I knew we was going down. I put a limit, and I actually, to be honest, if I remember that I had a limit here, I would have deleted it. But it just happened to work out. Sometimes what happens, you get lucky. And in this instance, it just I didn't delete the limit and it was there. I knew we was going down, but obviously not in ages. I didn't know Asia session gonna fly down. But this was a good this is this was a good Chenko buddy, I swear to God. You see what happened? Yo, when I woke up here and I saw my account, I'm like, whoa, whoa. Man, I was yeah, it was something. Okay. You can't really say this is a sell down, and I'm not gonna consider it. I'm not gonna tell you go back test it. Why? Because we don't really trade ages, so don't worry about this. But what can we see here? Yeah, why did Asia go bearish? Let's see here. We know this is a weak low, and it fails to make a what? A higher high. This is a medium inducement internal, plus a what? Plus a break test inducement. Plus you got what? Divergence. How many confluences is that? You got medium inducement, okay? You got divergence, and you got break test inducement, okay? You gotta like try to convince yourself. Why should I sell from here? Why should I buy from here? Okay? Why should we not buy from here? Yeah? Weak low that failed to make a higher high. That's how you backtest. Okay? Okay. Besides that, weak low that failed to make a higher high, right? No medium inducement in session. Okay. What else? Overall direction is bearish. Okay. Now you have all of this. Okay. I'm not saying sell from here. Don't, but understand that these areas, don't try to buy from these. These are bad areas to buy. Okay. Now, what did price do? Price just crash. Price just what? Crash. And London came here that day. What can we understand here? We can understand this is a smart money trap. Why all of this is a smart money trap? Can somebody tell me why is this a smart money trap? Anybody know?
It came back to the efficiency pullback on the higher time frame.
Okay. So what makes this? What makes this
Smart
low?
money.
Okay. Why? Because it failed to make a higher high. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Now if we go in here 15, what can we see here?
Also, it's a low of previous day.
Yes. And a low of previous what? Week. Not just day. This is a low previous week. This is the lowest Friday went. Last week, Friday was the lowest area. Let's see where's Monday. Monday was right here. This is the highest point. Last week was. Yeah, not this previous week, but the week before that. This is the highest point. Okay, on the 6th of October, we started the session here. Yeah, this is the highest area. Where was the lowest area? The lowest area was right here. Friday, October the 10th. Yeah, full week, 5 days. What can we understand here? Low of previous week. Liquidity. Okay. on Sundays, right before I start the session, I mark out my highs of previous week, my lows of previous week. Because when I'm in a situation like this, when I'm right near them, I don't want to trade. I don't want to buy. Okay. Even sometimes you get tempted. Oh, this was a crazy push, this and that. You get tempted to do what? You get tempted to buy from stupid areas like this for a reaction or whatever. So I just do I do my analysis and I write them low of previous week, so I know when price is here mitigating this area, I'm not trying to buy. Then I go all the way to the high and do this and write high of previous week. Okay, that's why I have them here. Low of previous week, low of previous day, low of previous week, you know what I'm saying? I have them here and I mark them. So now, what can we see here? Yeah, we came here. Let's go lower time frame. We understand this is a smart money trap. This is a trap, absolutely a trap. This is London session. This is what London session open, is it? Yep, London session. What did London session do? Induce low. Yeah? Can you trade this? I would not recommend. But if you want and you just wake up catching trades every day, it's up to you. Why? We are so low, and these traps can give a reaction. Can what? Can do what? Do this a little bit before coming down. So you trying to predict how far it's gonna go, it's kind of hard. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got smoked on Friday because I'm trying to predict how high the smart money trap go. You can see price came here and gave our reaction. What can we see on M1? Price came to the smart money trap, gave you a reaction, or it already took liquidity, whatever it did, it had to do. Yeah, this is not worth trading at all. So now after this major inducement, yeah, what can we see? Once I seen this, right? This major inducement. I needed what? What did I need? I needed more confirmation. I needed to price building up, doing something. Now, if we go here, 4 hours, what's going on here? This making equal lows. Okay. This is making what? Let's see here. Let's see all the way to the left. What's going on in this low? What is down here? Okay. This is coming like this. Do you want to buy after, like, when you see a major inducement and you see price coming crashing out like this? Do you want to buy? Oh, major inducement. Let's find two legs on M1. Yeah, let's buy. That don't make sense, brother. It doesn't make sense. You see how price coming down. You shouldn't be even thinking about buying until you see some kind of structure building up. You get what I'm saying? So now, I still believe that what? I believe that this low is gonna get taken out this day, right here. I believe that this low, this day, was gonna get taken out. But then, what do you have to do? You analyze, but you have to adapt. I was waiting for these equal lows to get taken out and tap into somewhere here, just like EU, and we could go fly higher. But that didn't happen. So what did I have to do? I have to adapt. My analysis is not always right. So what do? When I see stuff, I adapt. Once I seen this what's it called? This divergence in price where this is respected and this is inducing, it was game on. It was game on. I just needed time. What can we see here? London just continue bearish. Okay. Now what did we have? We're on 15. We're on 15 here. This is respected, this area. Matter of fact, I was in cells. I was in cells on this day. And my target was this. My target was this. And this it just respected this area and never wanted to come down. I was cells from somewhere here this day. Oh, I was in cells from here. From this area. And Bryce never wanted to take these equal lows ever. That was my TP. My TP. Because look, low of previous week. That was my TP. You can see this one respect and that one get induced. So now I knew London session could do some bullshit from here. So what do I wanted to do? I wanted to wait for New York. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to wait for New York before I could even trade this. Okay, major inducement, yes, but I need some structure. I need structure building up. By the way, what do we say about the highs and the lows that made a major inducement? Look, this is the high on M1 that made this what? Low that took out this what? This major inducement. What do we say about these areas? We say the high that caused the medium inducement or a major inducement, M1, last supply or last demand. Don't listen to me, go back test it. Okay? Guys, just open your microphone and talk because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'll be so like into this, I don't even look at the chat. So like if you have a question, you know what I'm saying? Just open your mic and ask and I'll try to help you if I can, man.
Yeah, sure. So Yasin, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bro, I wanted to ask, yeah, that the point that you just said now that the high or the low that caused the medium inducement is an SMT. That point, I didn't. You also posted it on the information tab, but I didn't understand it well. So now I see it's here. So maybe you dive in more and explain to us.
Okay, so I'm just showing you what I do because that's what I learned it from. I learned it from Mokar. Okay, but
Yeah.
don't go and try to every time think that 10 out of 10 this is a smart money trap. I'm telling you this is 9 times out of 10. So there's what always that 1% chance that could this get what respected and go the opposite way. You get what I mean? But the 1% doesn't make up for the 9% that this is a smart money trap. Okay, so if this right here works out 1 times out of 9 times, I'd rather be on the 9 times I'm right and 1 time I'm wrong. Okay, then rather than 1 time I'm right and 9 times I'm wrong. You get what I mean? But all of this information is just information. You got to go back by yourself and back test it. But I could be telling you nonsense. How do you know? You know what I'm saying? If you don't go back and back test it yourself, I could just be here sitting lying, making shit up. How would you know? You would not know, right? So you have to take the information and go validate it for yourself. Because this is what works for me. And I learned like this is not like something I just made up off my brain. I learned this through Wakar, okay? So I'm saying don't just take my information like this, what I'm showing you right now, and just go apply it. Go back test it yourself. See if it works for you. See if it works for your trading style. See if you could spot this or not. Then, if you back test it and it works for you, man, you did. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you. If you back tested and didn't work for you, at least you're not going on a live account and you know what I'm saying? You just taking loss because of somebody what somebody else told you. You know what I'm saying? So like this all of this information you have to go by yourself and back test because if you're not back testing it, then man, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't help you if you're not back testing it yourself. So
Yasin, sorry, quick one on that before you move on. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, quick one on that. So you know how the last, well, in this case, the last supply is often SMT because it caused immediate inducement. Does that mean that you will not consider that zone as an invalidation zone and still
No,
go ahead and
no.
take the trade?
Okay, so look, obviously here I'm not trading and I'm waiting
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
for New York session. But say we mitigated this in New York, yeah?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would not say this is an invalidation zone. What would I be looking for? I would be looking for this break, for this
Mm,
inducement, and I would look for confirmation to take it higher.
okay, perfect.
Okay,
Amazing. Makes sense.
that's how I personally use it. But as I told you, you have to go back test it yourself. So
No,
you
of
could
course. Makes sense,
validate
bro.
this. You know what I'm saying? So you
Makes
could
sense, makes
validate it.
sense. No, no, appreciate it. Thank you.
So now what can we see? Look, what happens here? Go anytime. Let's go here. Let's go all the way to the top where we said this medium inducement happened. You gotta go back test it. Okay? You gotta go back test it. When we said this break test, medium inducement. This is the last M1 that caused the what? That medium inducement up high. What did we have? After an inducement high, what does it do? Break the low. This is always is gonna be a SMT. Doesn't matter where you at. Okay? Let's go M15. Let's find medium inducements. Let's validate this. Just go back test it yourself, but I'm just gonna show you quick. I'm gonna show you. Yeah? Session, yeah? Session. Medium inducement. In session. Let's see here. We gotta zoom in to see the wicks. Wick. Medium inducement, yeah? Let's go right here. Random day. I don't know what happened. Random day. Let's see. Medium inducement. M1 that caused the medium inducement. Let's see. This is the last high that caused a what? This low. Break structure on M1. What does price come here and do? Do you see it? It's not like I'm making this up.
Yeah, no, no, no. I see it, bro. And I've yeah, I caught that from Wakar as well in one of his YouTube videos that he said the same thing. So yeah, no, no, no. I take that into account as well, bro. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
so you just have to go and back test it yourself to see what I'm saying.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
Like,
sure, for sure.
nah, let's went too far. But that's exactly how I back test. You know what I'm saying? Like you write all of this stuff, then you go make a. I'll
Mm.
show you how to make a folder. I mean, I think Arafat shared the video on how to make a folder and 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 all this stuff. And that's exactly how you back test because you gotta understand back testing like this, like you know what I'm saying? Opening the session here and you trying to find a trade. This is not really back testing. Why? Because you want to make files like this. You want to have information so you could go back and analyze. You get what I'm saying? And see actually what works and what doesn't work. If if you don't know how to play piano, yeah, and you never seen nobody play piano, right? And you don't even have notes to read from of how piano is being played or supposed to be played, and you're just gonna go and practice playing piano, how long is that gonna take you? You get what I'm saying? That makes sense.
No, no, no. It fully makes sense, but 100%. It
So
needs to be done for sure.
so you gotta see what works, then go apply what works and train your eyes, train your hands, and everything else. But you have to see what works first. So let this play a little bit. Let it come back to our area. Let it come back here. Then Because the reason why I'm just lining a play, because I want to show you how to capitalize on this. Because I could go exit off here and come back here, then you'd be like, oh, you already seen this price action. You get what I'm saying? What can you see on the 4 hours to try to catch it on a lower time frame, 5 minutes or M1 is difficult. If you just making shit up, right? If you make like if you making shit up like here, and you see, say, this area of respect, and you try to capitalize and find an actual trade that makes sense, that somebody could go and say, okay, this is a lower time frame confirmation that I could copy, and you don't know what you're doing, you make a lie out of yourself. You get what I mean? So I don't want to just fast forward this in like 4 hours and be like, yeah, you see, this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually show you what I actually did to catch this trade. I wish there was a select bar forward, but there's not. It's just only backwards, no forward. So let's wait. It's on 10x, 10x. Okay. Oh, it'll be down there shortly.
Yeah, see.
Yo,
Well, if you go on like the 3 minute or the 5 minute, it will go quicker.
I was I was playing on my. Okay. Stop here. Stop here. Let's see. Let's go back to M1. Let's go M5. Now, what are we waiting for? I'm waiting for my New York session. When is my New York session? It's at 9 o'clock. Okay? 9 right here. Okay. If I'm opening the session here and I say this is a major inducement, what do I want? The ideal scenario, right? And this is what I want. My ideal scenario for this session is what? Opening on a medium inducement. Open down here, or what? Further development where price is, you know, giving me structure to work with. I'm not just gonna look at this and be like, let's run with it. You get what I'm saying? So now, let's see. What I would love for this to get taken out. In my session, in my time. Whether you say this is a medium inducement or not, up to you. Okay, go relate on the video. I did not make that video. Alex did. Go check it out. You let me know. So now all I'm waiting for is just New York time. New York to happen. What can we see? New York trap window coming. At what? 1 hour before the session. New York trap. What can we see in New York trap? Medium inducement. Yeah? Medium inducement. So now let's go. M1. Okay. What can we see here? Medium inducement. That happened right before what? Session open. And 5. Now just ask yourself. When you see candles. When you see candles. Wick to the downside. No wick to the upside. Minimum wick to the upside. Minimum wick to the upside. What do you think we going? You know, go to 3 minutes. When you see this, where do you think we're going? You know what I'm saying?
Up.
Exactly. We are going up. We are going what? Up. So now let's see. M1. M1 structure. Let's see here. What can you say? If you say this is a high that made this low, and now we have this major inducement, okay? This is your last M1 down here. This will be M5, M15, something. What do I want from this? I want this to be a smart money trap for me to trade it, okay? I want this to be a what? A smart money trap. What can we see here? Nice buildup of what? Liquidity. One touch, two touch, three touches on a what? A trend line. See? One touch, two touches, three touches. Respect the trend line. Now I'm framing myself for bullish. Bullish area. Okay? What do I want to mark out? What do I want to look? Yeah, for. I want to watch what happens at this low. And I want to see what happens at this 3-minute candle that closed full bullish. Right here. These are the two areas that I want to see. What's going on here? Okay? Now, M1. We'll go see what happens. BOS to the upside. Okay? Let's go mark that out. I take wicks. If you don't trade wicks, then just don't trade them, but go back test them yourself. See, people tell me if it doesn't close with a wick, it's not it doesn't show momentum. Up to you. Whatever works for you. What works for me is wick, price win there. Okay? Now, what do I want to see? I want to see some kind of divergence, something to aid my buys. To aid my what? My buys. Okay, let's see here. This is the low. This low is equivalent to what? Equivalent to this low. Right here. This low that happened at 848 is this low that happened at 848. Cool. This low right here that happened 903 is right here, 903. Okay, cool. Now, these candles right here that happen at 911, and this is the low that happened at what? 908. I want to mark this. 908. I'm looking for divergence to see where we're going to stop and take this trade from. That's all I'm looking for. Okay? So let's see here. Let's see. This takes the high. This nothing. Okay. Now I have a what? Square 5. 3 minutes. Nothing. 5 minutes. Nothing. Okay. M1 lows, this low, equivalent to that low that's being ran. That's more likely gonna get ran. It's not aiding. Okay, boom. This low is that low. This candle right here. 911. That's what I usually do. I'm just showing you what I do. Okay, what can we see here? What can we see here, yeah? This 911 candle. 911 candle got induced. Okay, this got induced. What happened here? This got respected. Now I go on a 3 minutes. Look at this 3-minute candle, yeah? That I told you that I want to pay attention what happens here at this 3-minute candles. Why? Why this 3-minute candle in particular? Why not none of these? Why this 3-minute candle? Minimum wick to the what? To the upside. Minimum wick to the upside. You see it? No wick. Full bullish momentum. Okay? Go in 2 minutes. What can you see? Full bullish momentum. Go on M1. Okay? What can we see? A doji with a full bullish close. You see it? On all time frames. This I'm not telling you go trade pattern, do this, do that. Up to you. I'm just showing you that this actually work. Okay. So now I go on M1 and I understand. After we broke this high, this could be a what? A test level. Or I could go trade from it. Depends. Depends on the scenario, depends on how you feel. I understand there's divergence between here and here, but this is not enough for me to go take a trade. This is not enough. Okay? This is not enough for me to go up, trade it just from here. Order a limit. I need to see what? I need to see some momentum coming here. Now let's see. Nothing for me. What do I have? I have a break, a test area. Okay? Now if I go 3 minutes and see something I like, see? Lack of momentum. What can we see here? We can see we came here and what did we do? Look at this. Indecision candle. Swept these lows. Mitigated this. 3-minute candle. Yeah? Now, all I need to see is all of these indecision come down and we have one bullish candle like this. No wick to the upside and a wick to the downside. I execute on this 3 candle. Okay? I'll show you how to do it right now. Let's see now. Let price come down. What can you see here? You can see EU is getting flying. EU is what? Beginning to fly. Indecision, indecision, indecision. I cannot execute on this. Okay? What can you see this is as? Yeah? Is this a good area? Let's see if this is gonna respect or get induced. This is more likely gonna get induced, but let's see. See, usually if this is a break test and I'm already bullish, I'll go like this. I'll put a limit right behind the test into my zone that I want to trade from, yeah? But the problem with this zone is this is not really even a zone. This is just some candles. Price paused here for like 2 seconds, then just flew off. So this is not really a zone for me to be like, okay, you know, this is just candles there. There's not a zone like this. I'll be like, you know what? I'm taking the zone. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what I do. Go 3 minutes, 1 minute, and you will see me flipping. Yeah, still looks to me I'm not gonna trade until this zone get broken. Or I get other confirmation from here to take the trade. I can see this is liquidity building up right under here. Okay, nice liquidity building up. Nothing yet. What can I see here? I can see these highs, liquidity to target. If I take a trade anywhere from here, I can understand. If I catch something from here, until here, I'll be right. As long as I'm break even, that could come hit back my stop loss. I wouldn't care. Okay. What can I see here? We came to this zone indecision. There's nothing yet for me. Okay. Here, this low 921 is respected. 922, 921 is the same. There's nothing here. This candle right here at 926 is respected. 926 is still respected. There's nothing. Okay. Now I want to see what happens on the 3 minutes. Okay. We could say inducement into demand. Maybe. Okay. You could say change of character. You could say that. I'm not really too keen about trading that right there. Now I go 3 minutes. Nothing for me. Nothing yet.
Yasin, yeah.
Yo,
I think you took this trade, if I remember clearly.
I
I
think
think so. New York, you took the trade.
I think I took it from here, if I remember. But the only reason I took it from here because I knew this was an important candle or a level. Yeah. But I'm trying to find a trade that I'm not gonna tell you go take trades from 3 minute candles if you don't understand all of this. Like I had all of this in mind. I was waiting for medium inducement. I was waiting for all of that. But if you like, this is aggressive, yeah. Like how do you know this is not gonna this is gonna stop here? You get what I mean? How do you know? How can I tell you go take it from here? What can I tell you or like say try to convince somebody? Oh, when you see this candle, go take it from here. You get what you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for me, I'll do it myself because I trade aggressive. I like to trade aggressive. I don't like to wait. I like to catch the move from the bottom where it starts. Okay, that's how I trade. But and that works for me. But I'm not gonna tell you go do it. I mean, if you back test it and it works for you, that's different. I'll show you what I do. Other than that, you could go back test it, do it, not do it. It's not gonna affect my life. It's not gonna. But I'm not gonna advise you and tell you, here, go do it. Go do this. You know what I'm saying? All I see is this is a change of character, and this is a BOS. Okay. Break. Test. If I have to take in between those, I'll take the extreme. Okay. If I had anywhere from here to take, I would take the extreme. But let's see if we have any divergence to guide us. Yeah, I think most of you guys missed this trade this day.
Bro, you see with the change of character,
Yeah?
with the build up, the inducement, and into the change of character,
Yeah.
why would you just completely invalidate that, or would you not take it?
Why?
Yeah, so so you see that trade right there at the bottom?
This?
The one that mitigate, yeah, that one. It has its change of character.
Yeah, right here you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, exactly that one. And then it comes to mitigate lower. Would you not take that trade? Would you say that's a good trade or a
Yeah,
bad trade?
but how do you know it's gonna stop here?
Maybe you could say the momentum that price came up with.
You see
That had,
the thing is, I took this trade from here,
hmm
from this 3 minute candle. Because the whole time I was watching this happening. Once I seen this 3 minute candle, I was just waiting for a retracement. Once it
Okay.
retraces to this 3 minute candles, I market executed like this. And you will see a lot of my trades. I market execute on this 3 minute candles. Okay?
hmm Okay.
But the thing is with context, it's not just any 3 minute candle. I'm not just executing. Like you could see a lot of 3 minute candles here. Yeah? Look. You see a low wick. Okay? You see like let's see. I'll show you a couple trades that where I take it from the 3 minute candles. But the thing is, it needs context, yeah? It needs like you gotta have an idea in brain. You can't just go execute on a 3 minute candle.
hmm
You gotta understand, after a major inducement and a medium inducement, price is just gonna fly. It's never gonna come back here. And I promise you, and you go back test it, this block right here is never gonna come back down here. Okay, after a major inducement or a medium inducement, well, medium inducement sometimes it depends how much liquidity is being taken. But say like you're in an extreme 4 hour supply and you just had a medium inducement, good luck catching it.
hmm
Good luck catching it because they never come back. And you go back test this yourself. It never like if you say I'm gonna put a limit here, your limit just gonna become liquidity at some point. You're just gonna leave that limit for years because they ain't never coming back. Especially if you like at an extreme level or like a major inducement, this is not coming back. And I promise you, okay, this is
So
not gonna
then
come back.
would you say then the 1 minute build up and then the change of character to the upside, then
This
that
is valid.
mitigation,
This
you
is
say it's
this is
valid?
valid right here. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
valid. But the only thing I would want is for this low. See here,
hmm
you got this low. This low is
hmm
equivalent to this low. Yeah,
Okay.
this low right here is equivalent to this low. This low right here is equivalent to this low.
hmm
Okay. All of these lows right here is all of this.
Right.
Where is my divergence? I like divergence to execute. Like I would see, say, this is break here into here, and this is being respected like this, then I'll execute from here. You got what I'm
Makes sense.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But none of that is happening to me, so it doesn't make me like it doesn't make me like, oh yeah, like how the only reason you could take this, you could be like this is a this was a supply at some point. Yeah. This is supply that made a lower low. It's SMT, okay? And this is supply where it came react, minor induce, now becomes a demand. And you can execute like this. But it's all how you feel and what do you know. You get what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
will be a valid trade right here, where this is a supply, it breaks, minor induce low, and this becomes a demand zone. This is called supply to demand. And if you flip it, it becomes demand to supply. You get what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Thank you, man.
But like,
Yeah, see,
yo,
yeah, if you can, let me ask a quick question. Yeah, if you can go to the 3 minute. You see the candle before our New York session opens, yeah, that caused the medium inducement.
this.
The last candle, no, not the no, yeah, that one, the indecision one.
This.
Yeah, then we had a bullish, a whole like an engulfing candle.
Yeah, but let me tell you,
Which,
I did not execute here. Why? Because it
yeah,
was outside
so
time.
no, it's outside. It's outside the time window. Yeah. What I'm
Yeah.
asking is, if it was during, let's say, our time window and we had all the confluences and we have seen such like a candle like this and then medium inducement, we see the indecision, the bullish engulfing candle, will you say it's good to take that trade
To be
based on
honest,
3 and 3?
to be honest, you gotta have like the right bias. You know it's not gonna come back here. Okay? Me, I knew it's not gonna come back here. That's why I traded it from this 3 minute candle. That's why I executed from this 3 minute candle. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I practice this myself. I'm not gonna tell you go do it. Okay? Practice it yourself. When you have
That's
direction right and a fast movement like this, find the 3 minute candle with no wick to the upside. If you trading bullish, find no bullish wick. It has to have full momentum. That or a 5 minute candle. But 5 minute candle will give you more stop loss. I don't want no stop loss, okay? Like this.
yeah, yeah.
Like this. No wick to the upside. Or a minimum wick. But the less wick, the better. Like no wick at all, this is the one you would like. Then if I'm live on the market, and which I am like half an hour before trying to analyze where to trade from, you will see me most of the time. I will market execute like this. Then a lot of people, yo, bro, where you got from? Where you get in from? And they'll ask me. You know what I'm saying? And you will see me post it. I'm in this trade. Then people are confused. Like, which it makes sense. You know, you understand. Like, dude, where you getting in from? You know, what are you doing? You get what I mean? But I'm not gonna go advise nobody to take it because I told you I trade aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but I trade aggressive. I'm an aggressive trader. I like to get my thing in the momentum time. You know what I'm saying? So now, what can we see here? We can see break, test level, inducement. Okay. If you go M5, can we see something clean? The only area that I can see clean is this, where you can take a trade from. Only if it comes back with what? With trend line. But by the time it comes here, you can have that. One touch, two touch, and it's coming back to your zone, and you be the third touch. Okay? So me personally, I would like to put a limit here and not down here. Okay? That's if I'm trading this right here, unless I have some divergence between this and that. This low happened. You could say this is that low. This is not gonna come back all the way here and take this out. Okay? This unless it does. And if it does, then I'll change my mind and I'll trade this. But other than that, this will be my zone right here. And I like to trade zones. Yeah? I like to trade zones. I don't like to trade what's it called? I don't like to trade order blocks. Order block.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. Let's see. How's this not moving? One second, my guys. Yeah, okay, now we should be good. All right, all right. Now we should be good. Let's see. 3 minutes. Why is this microphone thingy in here? I'm having some microphone difficulties. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Now we're back. Okay, let's see here. This low is that low. This low is that low. I execute on divergence. Okay. And what can I see here? I can see nice trend line coming. Nice trend line. Okay. If I go on M1, what can I see here? I can see break, test, going higher. To be honest, I will execute on that. Where I can see inducement low, breaking higher. We had a test. As soon as the trend line is building up like this, I'll be executing on this. Or M3 candle. Let's see. Can I see M3 candle here? Yes. Bullish, engulfing, minimum wick. You had indecision, indecision in a valid zone, followed by no wick to the upside. If I did not catch it from down here, this will be the execution for me. Boom. Okay. And stop loss at the low, which is preferable. But me, I'll put it here. Usually, if you cover just the 3-minute candle, it works. But if this is not too far out and it's not too many pips, you rather just cover the low. My advice, but go back test it yourself. Go back test this 3-minute candle and see what's going on.
Brother, you see with the 3 minute candles,
Yeah.
how would you incorporate break even with them? So when would you know to go break
break
even?
even is fast. Break even on
Okay.
this is very fast for me. Takes this high and break even. Especially if I
Okay.
execute it here.
Okay.
Okay.
So normally with like a M1 BOS, you get the mitigation, then you'd wait for M1 BOS, you'd be break even.
So
So
like if like listen, like here, right? Like this area where I got in. I got in here. This was this is where I executed.
Okay.
Here. And when you manually execute, depends on your broker and spread, it doesn't give you right there. It doesn't like get you right there. It will get you here, for example. You understand what I'm saying? If you put a
Yep.
like unless you put a limit. So
Mhm.
as soon as this area broke, I was break even here.
Okay. Perfect.
Which this is the candle that mitigated me. I was break even.
Perfect.
Okay. Like with the 3 minutes, you want to go break even as soon as possible. Why? Because this is this is not aggressive entry. Don't get me wrong. Like this here is aggressive because you don't know if this is retracement is gonna retrace far or not. But this, to be honest, if you catching it after you see like okay minor inducement and now mitigated is never coming back here, okay, and you see this, these can have a low reaction, yeah. So my advice for you, and you have to backtest it yourself. Me, I'm willing to risk. You get what I'm saying? I'm willing to risk until this
Yeah.
high breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, why? Because I
Okay.
understand this is a trend line. At some point, it's gonna get taken broken before it comes here and take me out. So, but it's all on how you feel. Because you gotta understand, if today you're in drawdown, you're gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna
Of
have the
course.
same confidence as like
Mm-hmm.
you already made 2% for the week, and you're
Yeah.
willing to risk it until here to see if you're gonna be right until here or not. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
really can't tell you how to break even. You gotta break even and see yourself, because one day you might follow it, the next day you might be like up and don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you up
Yeah.
for the week, like I wouldn't care if I come. You get what I'm saying? But if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get
Of course.
like look, I cut this whole thing down. So me risking this, I really don't care, to be honest. As long as it's with my pip range, and I'm not
Yeah.
like saying, and I'm already in a trade. I was already in a trade here. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, then I can open up my MetaTrader 4, and you could literally see the time, the price that I entered. I entered here and here. So the thing is, it's up to you and how you feel, because let me tell you, man, everybody be having different thoughts, different feelings. But
Yeah. Of
me
course, bro.
personally, I would understand. I will break even here because, or at least here, break even here before this high gets taken, okay? Because you
Okay.
understand this is a trend line, and you have break, test. This is the module. This is where you want your direction. You got your direction, yeah? This
Mm-hmm.
became a smart money trap. Why this became a smart money trap? It's a high. What did it do? A minor induced to the low, broke high. Okay, SMT
Mm-hmm.
module. This is your SMT module you should be executing on. Yeah, smart money trap. What do you want from a smart money trap? You want minor inducement, break high. Once it broke, what did you have? Break, test. What is the break test module? Yeah, break
Mm-hmm.
test. When you have structure like this, you want to break, you want to retest, and you want it to go higher and come back with a trend line.
Yeah.
Because when you enter here of a limit, you understand from here until this area, you'll be right. And as long as you go break even, if it comes back and take you out, you gotta be fine with that. But you would not figure that out unless you actually get in trades and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, bro.
Because when you're in a trade, it's a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Thank you, bro.
I'm just showing you, like, if you didn't catch it from here, for example, yeah? Because most
Yeah.
people will see this. Oh, I missed it. It's flying off. And they will leave it. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Of course, bro.
But me personally, that's what I executed on right there. Then if you go
Thank
on
you.
M1, this was my break even point.
Perfect, bro, man. Thank you.
No worries, man. And you see how this 3 minute candle, let's go 3 minutes. Most of the time gets respected. And now always break even. That's when you put your stop loss like this, you enter higher, you know, and you ride the wave.
Yasin, I also I see you didn't put your stop loss on the M3 candle. You put it on that indecision candle, yeah?
Yes, because
if you did put on that M3, it will have taken you out.
absolutely. The only reason why, okay, If you hear,
Yeah.
the best advice for me to give you is cover the low. If you're executing on here, yeah, there is no sense in doing this. Just cover the low. Say this is 3 pips, yeah? Say this is 3 pips here. Okay? What's the difference between 3 pips and 3.2, 3.4? I'd rather be in a trade than outside the trade. I'm not saying go risk 10 pips, 7 pips, but if it's within your pip range, cover the low. Unless you 100% like sure. Like if you 100% sure, okay? Don't cover it. But me from here, the difference between this and that right here is less than 1 pip. So I don't mind doing this. And now the whole zone is what? 4.2 pips. Why are you being stingy with the stop loss? You already got 4.2 pips. It's a small stop loss. There's no point in like you understand what I'm saying? There's no point in being stingy. I'd rather be in a trade here than doing this. Now if I'm executing like this, which I did, where do I put my stop loss? Do I put it all the way down there? Well, what do I do? Do I go like this? That don't make sense for me. Where do I go? Do I go here? How do I know it's gonna stop here? I rather risk it and go here. You understand what I'm saying? It's different scenarios. There, I have no low to cover here. There's no low for me to include in the situation. Okay? Like when you see me trading the 3-minute candles and I pull my stop loss at the low like this, there's nothing to the left. There's nothing. And if I go in the M1 and I see like a little order block, I will cover the order block. Okay? That's me personally. Like if I go in the M1 and I already execute on a 3-minute candle and I see like a little order block, I will cover that. That will be my low. You understand what I'm saying? But if you in a 3-minute candle here and you executing on this, okay, this 3-minute candles from your stop loss, okay, you execute on this 3-minute candles from your stop loss to here is not much, brother. Just cover it. Just cover it. And you gotta be okay with being wrong. I'm sometimes 3 trades, 4 trades in a row. I'm wrong. Direction right, execution wrong, something. Sometimes 8 trades in a row, break even. You just feel like what's going on here. You know, I will go break even here, will come take me out and go. And you gotta be fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta be fine with it. So that was that trade. That was a 1 to 10 killer, smashed the all radars. I think that's what I closed this. And this one, I ran it to all of these partial. So like it's actually not 1 to 10 RR, is like 1 to 6.5 because I close half 1 to 3. So like say 1 to 3 is here, I gotta get paid. I'm already in it. I already risked it. Might as well get paid. So from where I entered until like, look, from where you went break even, I'll take half. 1 to 3. Then 1 to 10, I'll take the rest. 1 to 10. And that's 2 trades. That's why I'm telling you. Most of the time when you what's it called? When you see me getting into trades, I'm already up for the week, so I do not care. So if I'm up for the week, I'll take aggressive trades. My first trade of the week ain't gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like off a 3-minute candle here in the middle of nowhere. You get what I mean? It'll be I gotta wait and wait. But mind you, here, from here to here, I was already paid. Before anybody even got thinking about trading bullish, I was already paid. Then by the time we went there, I was paid. Okay? But what's the point? What's the point of this, yeah? What's the point of this? What's the point of this? Yeah? This break and test. This break and test. This break test, yeah? How many people will get smoked from areas like this? How many people will get smoked in areas like this? Where they enter in here. That's their order block. Oh, bro, I don't understand. Why you swept me with 1 pip and went flying? Right? How many people? Because you see, they'll be like this. They will see this. High, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. And they'll do this. Okay, it must come back here. Let's put a trade. And they will execute on this 1-minute candle. And it will just what happens? It come wick them out and go. Then you will see them posting on the group chat. You ought to understand what happened. I'm about to kill myself. They don't understand. This is the break test. This is the liquidity down here. This is the point of this. And the point of this, you cannot trade this. I mean, you can trade it, but you can only trade it if it comes back with a trend line. Understand? Like if it has 1 tap, 2 tap, and by the time it comes mitigate you, by the time it comes here, induce this level, and mitigate you from here until this 3rd tap, you know it's gonna break it. Especially on the M1. This is not high time frame. You get what I'm saying? It's not high time frame. The lower time frame, what's it called? Trend line is not respected. High time frame trend line is different. Lower time frame trend line is not respected at all. You get what I'm saying? So this what you want to see from a break test. So if you trading bullish and you see this break test, there's 2 scenarios. First scenario is like this, coming down with trend line. Second scenario, it go make equal highs or a little bit of a high. Then it comes back down. But the coming back down, it cannot be fast. It got to be slow. Then you in from here. This is the 2 scenarios. It's either making equal highs or a little bit of a high. Not something like this. Then you thinking, oh, break test, let me enter. It has to make equal highs or it could be a little bit higher. Then come back down and you could take it. Same way. This is the only 2 times that I seen it ever work. Go back test it yourself. Don't listen to me. Go back test it. Because if you're not back testing it, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna help you. But now, what can we do here? What can we write for us to like aid us, guide us, yeah? Let's see here. Take this out, and you could do this. And this is how you back test. Let me show you. You go, okay, and pull. Okay. You could write last reaction before BOS. Okay. demand to supply. Okay, what can we do here? We could go here, circle, and do this. Then you go right here. Write down, break,
Isi kutu audio
That's-
wala.
lower time frame, confirmation.
Salah Jazia.
Okay,
Apa Jazia?
you could do all of that.
Niko 2 hours I in Minjale. Ile mkasa niko 1 hour 55 2 hours alo si soda. Pia anafanya back test, something called back test. Price action a whole week lo anaangalia.
So now, what can we write here? Yeah, you got to write all your confluence. Why you took this trade? Major inducement.
That's why nimetoa hii nilikuwa nasema ni sell out niobi. Cha hangala muskula
Followed by medium
video
inducement.
على التليفون جاي.
And a high time frame divergence. Okay. This is all your confluence. SMT trap followed by minor inducement break test low time frame confirmation. And this is the reason why you took the trade. You had this SMT trap form, you had minor inducement BOS test, push higher, and now you could do this. You could go back and mark this test area, break test. You could BOS, okay, inducement. All right, and now, just for your sake, however you entered this trade, it's up to you, but
بس هذا من
you
ده
could put this as a
محل
demand, and you could do this. Okay, whatever you took your partial, whatever you closed the trade at, okay. For example, I closed it here. Boom. I'll let it wait, whatever. Come over there. And that was my TP. Okay. Then now, all this information that you have collected, what do? Do you leave it here? Or what do you do? Yeah? You go 5 minutes, whatever. So all of this information you have gathered from this back test, and you just did, yeah? You go control. You hit control. Control and drag. And highlight everything that you need to go back test, yeah? Highlight all of this. Then everything that you highlighted is called control and drag. Everything that you highlighted, you come to this right side. You have what? Object tree. You go make a folder. You rename this folder with the date. What's today's date? This trade happened on the 14th. So you go write GU reversal NY session 110 RR break test lower time frame confirmation for 10 14 25. And now what do you have? You have it saved. You could go like this and you could start your day fresh. Okay, when you analyze, you starting fresh. You're not starting with million scraps. Like all of this, I do like the same thing. Like how I executed this down, I did the same thing. You get what I'm saying? I did the same thing here. I'll go control, over, copy. Okay, then where did I highlight them? Right there. Make a folder. Rename. Limit. What on this what day? This Monday. GU. Continuation. 1340 on Monday, October 13th, 25. SMT trap entry. And I'll go like this and boom. And now we starting what? You starting the day with clean charts. Then you can have a lot of these saved. You can save a lot of these. Okay, you can make as many as you need. Then now when you go back here, you could go. Okay, I need to practice reversal. Boom, I got all my reversal. Why I took it, why it worked. Can I backtest this? Okay, I got all the information. I know what works. Why? Because I have taken the trade, or even he didn't take the trade. You know what works. In time, everything. Okay, cool. I need continuation setup. Okay. Obviously this is outside time. Okay, that's why I didn't execute. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? And you make a whole folder about this whole thing. And that's how I actually backtest. But now let's see. Okay, this is that day. Now, what can we assume about all of this? Yeah, this is extreme. For what? This area. This area is the extreme that led to a what? This high led to a lower low. Broke structure. We understand we're trading bullish now. But okay, this is still a supply that led to a what? A lower low. It could mitigate and go make a new lower low. What can we see on a 1 hour? Trend line, trend line. Yeah? Now, if you go on a daily, when you see this you had indecision followed by sweep low. How many days you swept? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Okay? Oh, 4 lows. And you coming in like this. There's no hey, I'm trying to catch sells. You catch buys. Okay? You catch buys. There's no selling here. There's no, if you selling 1 to 3, don't hold for much when you see this on a daily. Don't hold for much. Just 1 3 close. 1 3 close. Get paid. 1 3 get paid. Okay? So now we go here. Oh man, it's a long day. Where's your BOS? My BOS is right here, the top side. This is what? This is not an inducement. This is a BOS. If that comes down and breaks the high, that's a BOS. That's not an inducement. This is a high on high time frame that made a low BOS to the upside. Okay? Now, 15 minutes. We start in the session. What can we see here? Yeah? This is the decisional that led to a what? Led to this BOS. This is the area that was responsible for this breaker structure. Let me delete all of those markings here. So it could be clean. I have clean charts, yeah? Okay. This is the area that led to BOS. I'm not gonna say it's age high already. Smart money trap. Don't make sense. This is decisional zone. But what can I see on top? I can see equal highs. Okay? So I'm not considering this area as a supply at all. Why? Because it has equal highs. It has a level of liquidity. Okay? It has a level of liquidity. So if I wanted to enter a trade, where do I want? I want to go from the high to sell, not from the low. Okay? That's if you wanted to sell. Now, go on to 5 minutes. Analyze what's Asia doing. What is Asia doing? What can we see here? Nice building up trend line. Beautiful. Okay. Can we catch sales from here? Potentially. Now let's see what Asia does. Boom, boom, boom. Play Asia a little bit. For a line on 8 a.m., which is 3 in the morning for me. Okay. This is trap. Boom. Broke. Cool. Why is this blue? Just wait. 8 in the morning. Okay, now. What can we see here? What can we see here, yeah? This is Asia high inducement. 9 times out of 10, what is this? Is a trap. Okay? This is a trap. Asia high inducement. This is on M15, but on a lower time frame. Asia high inducement. Not this is Asia high, yeah? Asia high got induced. This inducement, 9 times out of 10 is a fake out. Not always. Not always. Maybe I would say 7 times out of 10. Okay? But for me, I don't trade it. If you trade it, that's up to you. But you will see it will give you 2 legs. High, low, lower high, lower low. And you will try to trade it down. By that time, what did it make? Trend line. And you will get smoked from this. That's why you really rare see me take this trade. 2 legs and try to trade it. Why? Because by this time, I have trend line. That's why I like this. Break, test, push higher, and enter off here. Why? Because I'm getting off inducement into a demand zone. And this is more probable than these 2 legs. I'm not saying don't trade 2 legs. Me personally, I don't do it because of this reason. This reason why, because if you got the wrong bias, even if I have the wrong bias from here to here, I'll be right. Then as long as I'm break even, it'll come back take me out. I'm okay with that. Okay, I just don't wake up and see my trade and not trade. But this, I got burnt so many times of these right here where you see one leg, two leg, and now you're entering off here. Why? Because by this time, this is a resting trend line. That's why I love trading this. Break, test, and it push high, and it comes back with liquidity. Then I'm in from here. Why? Because even this, you're getting in off an inducement. Okay? You're getting in off of what? An inducement. And I understand from here until this trend line gets taken out, I'm right. Then if price, and most of the time, this will give you at least 1 to 3. As long as you take partial or you close full. But if you don't, then you just come back and hit break even. If this happens, I'm fine with it. You get what I'm saying? And that's something you just gotta be watching out for. But now let's see here. Obviously, we seen on 915 is gonna get smoked. Okay, time window here. What is this? Asia high, Frankfurt high. All traps, all kind of traps. Boom, taken out. Okay, taken out. Let's see where London opens. This is a BOS. This is not an inducement. Yeah, M15. This is a what? A BOS to the side, to the upside. But what can you see now? Okay, this is still a medium inducement that you could trade for the session. Medium inducement that you could trade for the session. But the session now, you understand you're bullish. Now you're what? Bullish. Okay? You're not trading this medium inducement to go make a new lower low. It wouldn't make sense. You understand? This is a medium inducement. In session, you could trade bearish for a little bit, but it shouldn't be for long. So now, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Can we catch a trade? Medium inducement, yeah? Medium inducement. Didn't happen in session. So really, I'm not really too keen about trading it at all. What can we see here? We can see one touch, two touch. Rest in liquidity, yeah? 50% of Asia. Where's 50% of Asia? Low to high. 50% is right here. Okay? Impulse candle before, yeah? Mark this as a POI just to see. If it's going to come there, we find low time frame confirmation. Nothing comes, no trade. It's okay. Now, I had the medium inducement outside session. So I'm not really too keen about trading it. What do I want? I want London to open on a minor inducement, or I want two M5 bearish candles. So the two legs that you're trading, I really want to see on an M5, not on an M1. Okay, because M5 holds more value than M1. So now I go M1. What can I see here? I can see Asia high break, low, high break. I can see a test level right here. But this is hanging below liquidity. Go 3 minutes. What can I see here? Impulse candle before. I want to monitor this area. I really don't want to take it from here. I want to monitor. Yeah? At some point, this was a trend line right here sitting. Boom. Okay, liquidity. Fast, push to the downside, fast, push to the upside. So this is an inducement. Okay? Now go 4 hours. See what's 4 hours. You gotta build a frame. Yeah? What can we see? Okay. BOS to the upside, yeah? Let's go H1. H1. What can I see? I can see a nice decisional here, yeah? If this is your extreme, if this is your push now, bullish, yeah? This is your push, bullish. Boom, boom, okay? Where's the area that causes BOS? Here. This is the demand that caused that break of structure. This is your decisional. I want to mark that out. I just want to watch it. I want to see, okay? But now, since you're so high on the push, go on 1 hour one more time. Since you're so high on the push, should you continue buying here or you on the top? And maybe sells would make sense. Yeah? Which one will make sense? What makes sense is overall buys, but I'm all the way at the top with a medium inducement right before the session. So maybe I should wait. Maybe I shouldn't just, trying to buy from up here. Maybe I should wait until it comes to this decisional zone. So now, okay, I go 1 minute and see what is going on. My session is still way far, yeah? And now I play it. Okay, we had medium inducement. It took it out with a minor inducement, yeah? Then what did we say here? We said M1 that caused the medium inducement 9 times out of 10 is SMT, okay? This is the low that caused the overall high. That's going to be a smart money trap. So, mark this area, SMT. Okay? What do I want from this area? I want minor inducement high, break low. I'll trade it, but I don't have time. When it's time, it's right here, this line. It's time. So, boom, boom, boom. Nothing, 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 nothing. What can I see here? I can see break. Test. Liquidity. Okay? All I'm waiting for is what? Session. Session open. This is age of high trap. Got taken out. SMT trap. Got taken out. Medium inducement. Now we're opening the session. Now I want to go back to EU and see what EU doing. Okay? EU, what is it? What is EU doing? At the same time, EU is inducing the high. Okay? Which is what? This high is getting smoked. While this is respected. I still don't have time, so I can't trade. So I'm waiting for time. Let's see what. Okay. I don't see no minor inducement high, break low, nothing, okay? I don't see nothing. I see just momentum breaking lower. Trap gotta give you what? Reaction. Okay? Gives me a reaction. Okay. Break lower. Yeah? Now, understand where the session goes. We could be bullish. We could be bearish. I don't know. Yeah? It came to the zone that I want to monitor. I'm not taking a trade from. I want to monitor what happens here because it's more likely to sell than buy from here. So, what can I see here? Nothing. Okay? If I go 3 minutes, do I want to enter anywhere here? Not really. Not really. Yeah? Not really. Like, even if I wanted to execute on this minimum wick 3-minute candle, you see there's no wick to the downside. This is, if I did this, this is kind of stretching it, yeah? This is kind of like, how many pips is that? That's 11 pips. I don't take 11 pip trades. After this got smoked. Microphone is gonna kill me right here. All right, let's see. After this got smoked, what do I want to see? Yeah, I had 5 minutes. Let's go 5 minutes. I had what? I had high, low, lower high, lower low. 2 and 5 candles, yeah? After medium inducement, I had what? High, low, lower high, lower low, break, test. So I'm not gonna take it until what? This zone. Okay? Delete that. M1. Let's see. Let me see if I could maybe make it small of a pip range. Six pips. It's nothing really clean. This is not bad, okay? What can I see now? I'll tell you 100% is gonna mitigate this, at least. But I want to include the highs. Okay? 6.5 session, no problem. What can we see here? All of this is liquidity that we could target. Until here. Once it comes to this decisional, it's a different scenario. So now I want to see coming back with trend line, coming back with something. Okay? My limit, boom, here. I'm waiting. But now I'll be on a lower time frame waiting. Trying to see if it comes back with trend line. It comes back with something. Okay, I had break test. Let's see. Let's see how it comes back. Keeps breaking lower. Okay. Boom. Breaks this. BOS. Cool. BOS. To the downside. Still in session. Did it miss me? Yep, it missed me by a pip. Which is fine. No trade. Didn't catch it. Idea right, direction right. Couldn't execute. Why? Because we didn't get mitigated. Okay? If I go on M5, see here. I try to execute on this M5 candle right here, and it did not mitigate. Okay? So this is what? Now I scratched my limit. Boom. Try to sell. It didn't sell. Cool. I'm not worried about it. Now I'm done for today and wait for New York Open. Yeah? New York Open. Higher time frame. What can we see? Yeah? What can we see? We can see we are trending to this decisional zone after a BOS, yeah? Now, lower time frame, 30 minutes. What can we see here? Nothing. Let's wait for New York. Where's New York? New York is at 9, right here. Okay? And 5. Nothing here. Okay. I just won't trade this session because now this move, if I was in it, I would have closed 1 to 3. But now since you're not in it, trying to catch it again, it's kind of like risky because it could go just up from here. So you gotta be patient. So now let it play, and go to London or New York. Okay. New York is right approaching. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm making my idea for New York. M15 structure, yeah? What can I see here? This high made this overall low. This low failed to make a higher high. What can I say of this? This could be a trap. This could be a what? A smart money trap. And I'm trading buys. I'm trading bullish because of the daily and everything else. So I'm not trying to buy from here. Where do I want to buy? below this. Okay, medium inducement. I need medium inducement. M15 structure, medium inducement. Okay, boom. If this happened in my session, mitigating here, I'll be willing to buy. So now, go here. Let's see. See what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Mitigate the smart money trap. Gives a reaction. Breaks it. Okay. Beautiful. Medium inducement. Okay. I have my medium inducement. Now, what did we say about this? Okay. The area that leads to a medium inducement, what is usually? A trap. Okay. So now I want to see my trap playing out. 3-minute candles. Beautiful, yeah? Where are we mitigating? This is a break test, inducement. Cool. I really wanted to see it come lower, but if it doesn't, and it gives me a trade from here, I'd be more than willing to take it. So let's see now. Let's see. And that's why I don't trade 2 legs. Look, you got 1 leg. I'll go 3 minutes. Nothing for me to execute on. I know this is a trap. Okay. Nice trap. And look what this happened. When did this happen? Look at the time. Look at the time this happens, yeah? When I'm telling you that New York, don't be so quick to jump on. Wait. It usually reverse in the 30 minutes. Look when it happened. 9:29, which is 1:30 for you guys. 30 minutes after the session opened. Okay? What can I see here? We had, okay, let's see. High, low. This was some kind of a sweep. Lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. Okay? Now what can I see? Boom. Here makes a high. Okay. Now we had indecision. 1 candle, 2 candle, sweep the low. Okay? Cool. And now we're breaking higher. If I get a BOS from here, I'll trade that. After a medium inducement, because medium inducement, I'm on the M3 candles. I'm looking. Can I find something? Can I find something? Can I find something? That's what I'm telling myself. Okay? Okay. I had BOS. This zone right here where I had indecision sweep to the low, it's a lovely zone for me. Okay? What can I see? Right here. That's what I want to trade from. If this missed my pip range. Cool. Beautiful. Okay? What is it to the downside? How many pips to the downside? 2 pips. So what would this make it? It makes it a 6 pip. I'd rather take a 6 pip and be in a trade than be outside in a trade watching. Okay? Boom. Boom. That's what I'm trading for the session. Smash TP. Can we see? Any questions? I can keep going like this, but if you don't have a question, you're not gonna learn. So if you got a question, just ask and I'll try to help you. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? When was this? This was Wednesday. You got a question? Stop, ask anytime.
Yasin,
Yo,
do you know on EU the same trade, but EU came back with a trend line? Do you not think that would be more favorable? Or
to be honest, I was focused on GU because it had better structure. EU was
okay,
confusing. I'm not gonna lie. EU was confused. You know me, I trade both.
Yeah.
But last week was just I got burnt in EU. I think 2 trades. I had stop loss. I was like, okay, we're gonna give EU a break. I'm gonna focus on GU.
Yeah, I've noticed.
GU it just everything made sense. Try to catch the sell, didn't work. Then I know I'm bullish. Boom, medium inducement session time. Boom, I'm trading bullish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this was a 1 to 10, 1 to 10 trade. Where's a 1 to 10? So I'm telling you, catch 1 to 3s. Don't try to catch 1 to 10. Catch 1 3. Practice 1 3. But look, from the point you get mitigated. Why? That's why I'm telling you, this cheeky stuff work, man. When you see me taking these cheeky stuff, oh bro, it came to invalidation, bro. I do not care about your invalidation. This is not invalidation for me because if it invalidated 1 time because this works out of 9 times that I catch the trade, I do not care about it. Okay? This does not invalidate me. Maybe it validates you, but if that works for you, cool. You wait for 2 legs. Wait for this leg, wait for that leg, and make sure you wait for this order block that it's never coming back to. Okay? Wait for this order block. It's never coming back to there. Whoa, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, backtesting it shows you, like, trap. Okay? You had the minor inducement, break structure. This trap, and you had this inducement. But me, I'm in from here. Why? Because I'm a risky guy, and I like to risk. And you don't risk, you don't win. Life by itself is a risk. You breathing is a risk. So my 110 was there. 1 to 3 already got paid, and boom, play it. My 110 is hit. That was the trade for that Wednesday. Oh man.
Yeah, see.
Yo.
Yo, my bad, bro. Just a small request, yeah.
Yeah.
I went for a prayer, please. Can you that trade on Wednesday? I really wanted it to know the scenario behind it. I did go to the mosque and then came back. So just can you please repeat it and let me just understand that part, yeah, on New York session of that trade, please.
No problem, my man. No problem. Here, daily. What can we see on the daily, yeah? Let's see. What can I see daily do? The daily had an indecision candle. Yeah, let me delete all of this so you can see.
You know what? Yeah, I seen. Are you recording this, by the way?
Yeah, it's getting recorded, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna come back after a little bit.
Yeah, sure, man.
All right, bro.
So what can we see here? Indecision candle on the daily. Sweep low. Full bullish momentum. What's the point in trying to sell? Okay? We know high time frame is bearish. I'm talking about overall high time frame, yeah? Like from here, from the high that made this overall low is your main push on the M4, yeah? From the high to this low, you're far off. And you see the daily closing like this. What is sensible to do? Okay? This on the daily is your main push. On the H4, this will be your main push. This high, this lower high, that made this lower low. So if you take this main push line and you do this, are you even near that? No, you down here. You want to trade up to these areas that you want to buy from. You get what I'm saying? So now, when I went to M15, okay? Or even M30 or whatever you want to do. What can I see here? I can see high, low, lower high, lower low. Okay? Now, what did we have? We had a BOS to the upside. Okay? M15 structure, BOS to the upside. Where's the area that led to this BOS? Okay? If this is my extreme demand, where's the area that's responsible for this BOS? This area low is responsible for
Yasin,
what?
will you? Why are you, Yasin?
Yo,
Why are you that using that the high the BOS as a BOS? Is it not an inducement?
why would you say this is an inducement?
Because it's the high that led to the low. The last
Okay, now go 1 hour. Go 1 hour. Why is this not a BOS? How come you having this? High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All of a sudden now it's changing. Now you're breaking that to the upside. What's going on with that? And you're not breaking it like this. You see? You're not breaking it like this. You're breaking it with what? Imbalance. Momentum. No?
okay.
You're breaking it with momentum. And what can I see here? I can see 1 touch, 2 touch. Nice trend line. Nice trend line building. So what can I take this? I can take this all the way to here. What can I see in the 4 hours? Build up, inducement. After this BOS, what can I see? Break, and I can see a test. Target. Break test. In this area, all of this, we understand we bearish. It could come all the way to here, to this extreme supply, then go all the way, make a new lower low. Yeah? So what do I use? I cannot trade this as high time frame. What do I use? I use my lower time frame. Medium inducement, no medium inducement. That's what I use. So I understand if I want to buy, I'm buying from here. And what can I see this as? Okay? If you mark M15 structures, yeah? This is a high that made this low. This is a lower high that made this lower low. This area, okay? This made a new leg. This failed to break structure. This failed to break structure to the upside. So what makes this? What makes this low? This low becomes the SMT. Weak low, failed to make a new higher high. Okay? We trending bullish. We trending bullish. This whole time we trending bullish. Higher highs and higher lows. So this is a retracement. So now if I want to trade from here, I want it to break structure. It didn't break structure. And it's outside my time window. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for this medium inducement. This is a low on M15. Highs and lows, M15. That is called what? Medium inducements. Okay? This is a medium inducement. Internal to what? To this M15 push. This is the overall low that led to this high. Everything that happens here is internal. It could do this. It doesn't matter. All of this is internal. To what? To this is your main push. This is your decisional that led to this higher high. Anything that happens here is a retracement. What do you want this retracement to come to? Low to high. Did it reach 50%? Yes. Do we have a medium inducement in session? Yes. Do I want to buy? Yeah, I want to buy. Why? Because the daily is telling me buy. 1 hour BOS. And if this is an inducement, okay? If this is an inducement, where's the breaker structure? You want M15 breaker structure. Where's the M15? It's here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, that if it was to be an inducement, a medium inducement, the candles are going very slowly. There is no momentum in it.
Exactly. So now when the session opened on a medium inducement, I'm trading bullish. Okay? So if I'm trading bullish, and what did we say? 9 times out of 10. Okay? 9 times out of 10. This high that led to this medium inducement is gonna be smart money trap. It's gonna be a trap. Don't listen to me. Go back test it yourself. Okay? Go back test it. What can we see here? All the way to the upside. What can we see? Nice trend line building up. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches on trend line. Beautiful trend line. Yeah? Beautiful trend line. What if I catch it here? I could be right to here and probably reverse on me. Who cares? 1 to 3. I took a partial. 1 to 3. I'm cool. Okay? So when I see this medium inducement and I have this smart money trap in my head, what do? I come here. What can I see? High made a low. Price retrace here. Before it made this what? Lower low. This is a minor inducement. This is a minor inducement. How can you tell this is a minor inducement? By the momentum it had. This minor inducement had momentum to break structure. Yeah? To break what? Structure. Boom. BOS. And at the same time, what did we have here? We had divergence. What can we see here? We can see at the same time 920. Yeah? 920 here. 920 is this low. 923, 920, like it's this low. Right around this low. Okay? 929, which is here, this area is respecting this low. This area is respecting. This area is inducing. So what it show me? This is show me divergence. This should show me what? This is an actual inducement. So now, inducement, I had what? Internal BOS, external BOS. And I can see this area had what? Indecision, 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 indecision. We swept the lows and we closed in very bullish momentum to the upside. Okay? So what do? I like this M1. This order block right here with this imbalance. I go on the order block and I cover my low. Pull my limit after the BOS.
For any potential Arsenal success today.
And I mark and I execute.
Okay. What about Yasin? What about the if you can go to the M3, there is an engulfing candle after the medium inducement.
Yeah, but I never came back to it.
Yeah, but that the next candle, will you trade it from the next candle? Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one, nothing that I trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. This I don't trade this one. This one, it doesn't show me momentum. I need it to be like this.
Not that one.
No wick.
Not that one. Not that one. The one engulfing one. The engulfing one. Yeah.
I don't. Honest. To be honest with you, I don't take it on a 3-minute when it's like this. I like it when it's like this.
Because
when it's wick to the downside, no wick to the upside. This is show me what?
Okay.
Show me we're going up. Especially if it has momentum. There's no wick. Wick show you what? Lack of momentum.
Momentum dying.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see this, I'm not really looking at the 3 minutes to try to execute on the 3 minutes because it doesn't make sense. Maybe if I go on M5, I see something, but 3 minutes doesn't have anything. See, even M5 doesn't have anything for me to execute on.
Yeah, I wanted a clarification on that. Now I understand because I was waiting for a whole week. I was saying why I saw it that as an engulfing, and then I see price pushing it up.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you for clarifying that.
Yeah, this is not something I take on a 3 minutes. I take it if it has like what I showed you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it's like that, That's when I take it on the 3 minutes when it's like gone. But look where we at. We're still at the lows. Price did not go too far away. If we somewhere here, say I missed this and I'm somewhere here and I'm trying to execute and I go to the 3 minutes and I see it because I understand nothing is coming back. But even here, I don't see anything. You see, there's nothing. So it doesn't make sense for me to execute. You see, nothing on the 3 minutes. I cannot just force it. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was on a lower time frame here. That's why I flip 1 minute and I go to M5 and I go back to M1 and I go back M5, M3 and trying to flip to find, you know what I'm saying? My bias here. So why can we say we traded this session, yeah? Confluence. What's your confluence for this buy? Okay? Session. Opened on a medium inducement. After medium inducement, what did we have? It had medium inducement, divergence between EU. GU induced the low, while EU respected. AKA what? Divergence. Okay? Now what can I see? Last M1 supply that led to the medium inducement was broken. SMT plus BOS. Okay? To the upside. That's why I bought this trade. This was my confluence for me to buy this trade and execute. What can we even add? Trend line build it to the downside. Okay. Now what can we add? Liquidity build up in the form of a trend line retracement to target. What can we even add? Daily bias. Bullish. Okay. H1. BOS. Price retraced to decisional level. So all of the confluence that made me buy this trade as I was analyzing. If that don't make sense for you guys, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? This was a 110 trade.
Coming into this on the back of back-to-back wins that both came in fixtures that they lost last season. A chance today to record a victory in a match where they dropped points 12 months ago.
Then I go like this, and I do this, and I go copy everything, make a folder, rename. Was that day the 15th? Wednesday, 15th. Reversal. Trade, medium. Inducement. NY session. Boom. Save. Now all of that's closed. Or maybe it didn't save all of it. What's going on here? Yep. Save. Now you got all stuff to go back test and train your eyes on how to use them. and how to trade them and stuff like that. Oh man, 2 more days. All right, guys, let's do like 10 minutes break. I'm gotta go pray real quick. I'll be right back. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Go use the bathroom. Go smoke if you got smoke. Go. I don't know. Do whatever you gotta do. Just need 10 minutes. I gotta go pray real quick. I'll be back.
With the time so far. Just make
Wakas. Yo, yo, yo. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, Sean.
Yeah, bro. Is Wakas still on here?
Yeah,
Wakas, is he still on here?
I think he is, but I think his microphone is mute.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
it's not
asked me to.
in the computer.
Yeah, he asked me to send him something. What's his username on this chat? Is it Wakas UDDIN
On
or
on Discord or here?
on Discord?
No, I don't know on Discord.
Yeah, let me just try to find it. I'm a just the video that Yasin was talking about regarding how to save your backtest. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
put it back on the chat so everyone can see it.
yeah. It's I think it's also on the information tab. Is it? Yeah, I think you put it there.
Yeah, I put it there before, but I don't know if a lot of people seen it, so I'm just gonna do it again because he was
No
asking me, innit?
problem. No problem. No problem. Cool.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
Guys
back.
here?
Welcome back. Bro. Yeah, we're here.
Everybody here?
I'm not even sure.
I was just gonna start. Then we what's it called? Well, what's it called? If need be, what's it called? They could look at the recording.
Yeah, 100%.
So now let's jump to the next day. So now here, let's count. Let's not count this, yeah? Because this outside the window trade, yeah? Let's count. This was 1 to 10 day. Okay, 6.5 RR. 6% up. This is 6% up. Actually 6.5. This trade was 6.5. Okay? This trade here, 6.5. Then we'll go over EU tomorrow, where I took 2 losses. That's why I left EU alone. Okay? This is 6.5. What's that total of? 13. 13%. Minus 2 losses I took on EU. Okay? What is total? 11% on Wednesday. Okay? Now let's skip to the next day and see what's going on. Skip to the next day, Asia session, and see what can we catch. What can we catch this day? Okay. We are here for the next day. What do we have on top? Break test liquidity. What do we have here? Trend line. That we could what? Potentially target before we could turn bearish from this what? From the supply. Now, where are we opening the session? Let's mark our M15 structures. Yeah? M15. Low made that what? High. Low made this what? This higher high. Okay? What can we see? Break, test, liquidity. Okay? Break, test, liquidity. All right? What can we see? This is our last M15 main push, bullish. Where are we? On top of the zone. Okay? What can we wait for? Either a medium inducement of this liquidity or a what? Inducement of this break and test to trade bearish and follow the main push bearish. Okay? This is the main push. Red candle, bearish. Now, what can we see? This is the last inducement before we had what? That momentum. And from the low to the high, you want to trade where? Below. You don't want to catch buys from the top. Okay? So now, if we go here, what can we see here? Let's analyze Asia. Asia, yeah? 15 minutes. Asia high, Asia low. We know its potential. What? SMT zone. But what can we see Asia do? We see a high. We see a low. This is a potential liquidity area. We see a break. We see a test. We see a minor inducement that happened in Asia. Okay? And continuation buys is more probable than what? Than China sell. Until what? This liquidity is being taken out. So now, what can we see here? We had a break. We had a test. And we had an inducement in Asia. Okay? And this is where what? The momentum happened. Before what? Did it break the structure? Yes, it did. So I just want to monitor this area, yeah? What can we see? Frankfurt high, potential SMT. Potential SMT. I can't just say SMT because sometimes it does work. Asia high, SMT. More likely is SMT, okay? Now, what can we see here? We can see London open on where? On this low. What's going on with this low? Okay, this low has a what? I had break, test, it pushed high, induced. Minor inducement. Okay? That's why it's important to wake up early and analyze Asia. Let's go M1. See what's going on here. What can we see? We broke this high. We came back for a test. We pushed higher. We pushed lower. Made all of this nonsense. Induced. And that's where the momentum kicked off. So I want to see what kind of reaction I'll get from here. Okay? Boom. Cool. Outside session. No medium inducement. Okay? No medium inducement. What can I see here? I can see break, high, low, that broke, and tested. So I know this is liquidity as well. Right here. So when price comes back down there, I don't want to just trade. I want to find something to trade from. Okay? So now, if I play price and see what's going on. Okay? It broke to the high. This will be your M1 BOS. What can I see? All of this liquidity. I'm not interested. Yeah. I want to look for buys, but this is not nothing to buy from. So boom. What can I see? Inducement high. Let's go look at EU. For divergence. Let's see. What is EU doing? Okay. This high is equivalent to this high. That high is equivalent to this high. This is making a what? This is all the way at the lows. This is at the highs. Can we build something to potentially maybe try to sell it? Let's see. Beautiful candle to the downside. Go to the 3 minutes. I see nothing. Nothing. Okay. Nothing for me to trade yet. Let's see. Okay. This is a Frankfurt high. I don't really trade Frankfurt highs. But now, if I say this is the SMT, what do I need? I need an inducement. Yeah. I need an inducement. Let's see here. There's nothing for me to trade. What can we see here? Minor inducement. Can it break high? Let's see. Minor inducement. And we can see, based on this, based on all of the stuff that's going here, inducements to the upside. Fully bullish. How many pips is this running? Let's see. Asia ran 50 pips. Usually Asia runs 23, 26 pips. Something different, yeah? Asia running 50 pips. Something is going on. So now, how can we trade this? Bullish. How can we trade it bullish, yeah? Let's see. We had an inducement. So I'm assuming this is a what? Smart money trap. On the basis of what? On the basis of Frankfurt high. Now, I need a BOS before I even trade it. 3 minutes. Nothing. Okay. Keep going. Boom, boom. Okay. Go 3 minutes. We have indecision sweep low of that liquidity. Mitigating this, but there's still no BOS, yeah? So now, BOS to the upside. Cool. BOS. Go 3 minutes. What can I see? Anywhere I could take it from. Nothing on the 3 minutes. Go on 5. Anywhere I can take it from. Nothing. Okay, M1. What can I see here? Yeah? Now I'm going to use divergence to try to get into this trade because now my bias is just fully bullish. So now I can see this low is equivalent to this low. Okay? I can see here this low is equivalent to this low. I can see this is an inducement. This is a mitigation. This price is mitigated. So there's no point in coming down here. Price is not going to come down here. So now what can I see now? You see this? Disrespect. This one induced. Mitigation. Mitigation happened. We have momentum. Price, there's no reason to come down here. No reason at all. So now, what can I see? What can I see? On 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This is the candle before what? Impulse candle. Okay? Boom. Boom. This is the last what? The last imbalance we have. All of these imbalances are covered. So now, go to M1. Okay? What can I see here? This low is equivalent to... This low is equivalent to that low. Boom. 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 Yeah? This is the area that I want to see if I could get a buy from. Okay? But I'm not yet buying. Why? Because price is just shooting high. There's no point. There's nowhere to execute from. There's no, you could say this candle, but this is not a bullish candle with minimum wick that you could even buy from. The only candle that we have is here. Is these candles, which I would like to cover this low. How many pips is that? Does it fall with my pips? Let's see. Boom, boom, 5 pips. Beautiful zone. Okay, 5 pips. Now, let's see here. Can we get break test something? It broke the high. Test. Okay, let's see now. I'm using divergence to try to execute this trade. This low is equivalent to that low, nothing breaking. Boom here. And is equivalent to what? This low. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay? All I can see is what? Break. Test. So all I can see. Break. We broke the high. We tested. And now potentially coming back with liquidity. So, play one candle. Slow it down. What can I see here? I can see this low is being induced. This low is being respected. For me, to be honest, I'll do this and execute off here just based on that divergence. Okay? Now, if we go on 3 minutes, is that the candle before the impulse candle? No, this is the impulse candle. Where's the candle before? Right here. Does that meet my pip range? Let's see. What's that? 5.8. I'd rather cover this low for a 5.8. One. Long position tool. Execute. Break even on the break of the highs. Break even protocol right there. Break even as soon as it breaks that high. So now let's see. This is going to be a win. It's going to be a loss. Let's see. Boom. Break even. Okay. Break even. Where's my 1 to 3? 1, 3 will be right here. 1, 3. One, 3. 50% off. Beautiful. Okay. 1, 3. 50% off. Now, let's see. Can we get to this 110? Where's the next liquidity area? Because it's not, every day is not a 110. 110. The next liquidity area is this break test. This break test right here. Which is, what's that equal to? 1 to 6. That will be my final target. Before I close my position, that will be my final TP. That high. Because I know once that high gets taken, we could be in for a reversal. We could be in and crashing down. And I don't want to be against the trend. The main trend is bearish. The internal trend is bullish. And that's what I was trading. So now let's see. Display price. Now break even. 1.5 is secured. And I'm still in the trade. If it breaks this low, probably my break even will be hit. Okay. Boom. TP hit. TP 1.6. I'm not sure if this low would have hit my break even or not, because if I entered here, I'm not sure how far my thing would have been. So this could have been a break even trade, or not break 1.5, like a 1.3 half volume, or it could have been a 1 to 6 full TP. So I'm not sure if this area would have had hit my break even or not based on me executing on here. So we would just say this is a 1.5 trade. Because I'm not sure if this area would have broken my break even or not. Okay? Boom. Why did we enter this trade? Now, why did we enter this trade? We need reasoning. Okay? Reasoning. Why did we enter this trade? Overall bullish. Overall internal structure bullish. Yeah? Beautiful. Where did we came back to? We came back to an inducement area, yeah, on M15, an inducement area. This area, yeah. If you mark structures as boom, 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 we're bullish, yeah. Go M5. What can we see here? Last M5 push. This is a low that made a high. This is a high, a lower high that made a higher high. Okay, this is your M5 push. This low made that high. We are now at what? Extreme. This high failed to do what? Failed to break structure. Here, this area, it failed to break it. And your internal structure is bullish. So there's no point in trading what? Bearish. You need what? If you want to trade bearish, what do you need? Medium inducement. There's no medium inducement. So now, what can we see here? We had high, okay, mitigate this SMT, minor induce, broke higher. Okay? Let's go back. What did we have here? We had this Frankfurt high. We had mitigation here. Minor inducement, broke higher with momentum. This build up, inducement, BOS. What is this? This is full liquidity cycle. There's no point in pricing coming where? Down here. It would not make sense to come all the way down here. So you trading, you trying to wait for this order block to get mitigated? Maybe, but not today. Maybe some other day. You get what I'm saying? So you had full liquidity cycle. You had a build-up, inducement, BOS. Full liquidity cycle complete, yeah? So now, what is this? Market just showed you its intent. Bullish. Okay? What did we use? We had break, test, we pushed high, and what did we enter off? The inducement. So now, this area, we had divergence here, where EU making what? A lower low. What is GU making? Is respecting it. Divergence. Why did I enter this trade? Yeah? Let's see. Bias. Bullish. Internal structure. Okay? What do we have? We have time window. SMT trap. Okay? SMT trap. And what? And divergence. Okay? There's no medium inducement. And what do we have? All of this. Liquidity. 2 target. 1 touch. 2 touch. Okay? 3 touches on a trend line. Beautiful. You can even put it here. Now, what do we have? Plus liquidity to target. Now, low time frame confirmation was break, test, inducement. Okay? Now, what can we see here? That's why I don't like this just 2 legs. 2 legs that I really don't trade, just 2 legs. Why? Because now look, to the downside, what can you see? 1 leg. 2 legs. By the time price comes here, what does this makes it? Trend line. Okay? Now what do you see? We had break, test, price push high, induced, you in from here. Because, I mean, it's up to you and whatever you trade. But that's how I trade. And you can see here what's going on here. By the time we came up here, it became a trend line. And look how price takes it out. We'll break even, and you're all good. Close 1 to 3, full volume, or half, whatever. We're all the way on top of a push, so we understand we can have a retracement lower into these areas. Low, not these areas, but like here, maybe here, or take this break and test and react off this inducement, this area, this block of the push, or it could just take this high, mitigate this extreme supply, and go make a new low. But that was Thursday. Boom.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Bro, I have a question. Let's say you're doing a challenge, right? And your goal is 1 to 3 and close. But you
Yeah.
know that the session you're going high or low, like whatever sells or buy. Do you close 1 to 3 or you just close 1 3 fully and then just call it a day? But you're in a challenge at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm in a challenge, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. You see me.
Okay.
You remember when I showed you the video of me blowing
Yeah.
25 accounts before I even became making profits off this. I used to just buy accounts, blow them left and right. Risk too much or just do stupid stuff that didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to get rich. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to just make quick profit, and I blew more than 25K accounts. That was like what? Like 10K something, 11K US dollars. So what I advise you is close 1 to 3, build a buffer. 1 to 3 and risk 1% on 100K account is 3,000. You close 3,000. Now you have a buffer. Now if you see a runner, let that runner go. That's my personal advice, but you know what I'm saying? It depends on how you feel. That's what I did. I made a buffer. 1 to 3 buffer. So if I'm trading something and it's not going my way and I hit stop loss a couple times, at least I'm not going in drawdown and my psychology going all the way out the window. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm blowing accounts because that's how I used to blow accounts. It's either over risk, over trade. I'm not gonna lie, I used to over trade too. That's why now once I catch one stop loss, like Uribe said, SLS Hotel, I catch one stop loss, I'm going bed. I don't because I'm not gonna lie, I used to overtrade. I used to blow a 100K account same day. Why stupid? Just because I thought I got it. But that's what I used to do, and I don't do it anymore. Why? I just go to sleep. Straight to sleep. One stop loss, close the laptop, close the session, come back next session. Even if everything that I wanted to happen happened. I should have never entered prior. Caught a SL, I would just go to sleep and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So this is Thursday, the 16th. At what? Let's see. 25. London continuation trade. SMT module. Anybody got any question about this trade that I can help with? Any question? No questions. Perfect. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Friday, I caught a loss. Friday, I got burned Friday because we took this liquidity to the top, and I kept my bullish narrative, and I got smoked. I got smoked from an area. Okay, so after this, right here, got taken out. This did get taken out by a wick. okay, in New York. I came here and I executed on this 3-minute candle. No, I think I closed this. 1-3, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I think this New York session. Yeah, this New York session I executed on this 3-minute candle right here. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep. EU and GU. Then somewhere here, I thought this was gonna crash low because it took this break test and we mitigated extreme, but that didn't happen. It went like 1-3, then I closed 1.5. Then I re-entered, I think, from somewhere here. Then I ended up closing for like 1-3. That went down there because it was like a medium inducement in session. Then I believe it came down here again, and I re-entered this area, and I closed here 1-5, or 1 to here. Hold on, let this stop. I was in EU and GU, but we'll go over EU tomorrow. I was here.
Yasin.
Yeah.
Why I see you took the trade on that candle. Why not the candle prior that after the medium inducement? It has a minimum wick to the downside.
Yes, but the problem is I was already in a trade. So if you go on M1, you can see bullish
No, I
candle.
see you took. No, I'm not saying. I
No,
see
no,
you
no.
are taking.
I understand, but I just want to show you something. Okay, this is the bullish candle, minimum wick, M1. Yeah, go M2. Bullish candle, minimum wick, M2. Go M3. It has a wick. It has a wick to the downside. Okay. Go M5. It has a wick to the downside. Do you see any M3 candle with minimum wick down here? Only this. But you're already on the top. And the session already opened. And price just gone. So where are you going to take it from?
Yasin, I was saying, why did you not take it from that top, that one that you marked?
Because I missed it. I missed it from here.
Okay. So that will have been the appropriate one. Yeah.
To be honest, if this will happen, I would have waited for this. Because like I say, the last M1 that caused the medium inducement is a SMT. So if that happened from there, and I was paying attention, I would have probably took it from there. I'm not saying go trade it that way, but wait for a BOS, wait for a break of structure, okay? But
Okay.
don't understand what I'm saying and understand it completely different. After a medium inducement, wait. This is usually SMT, okay? Wait for it to play out because that one day that it doesn't play out, you get smoked. Then you be like, oh, he told me to take it. I'm not telling you to take it. I'm showing you what I do. But I'm not telling you go do it. Go back test it. If it works for you, that's different. You get what I'm saying? I just seen this candle because from here, it's already gone. There's no point, okay? And there's no structure. How do you know this is not gonna do this? Then come down. What did we say on M3? What do you need on M3 to see? You need to see indecision. Yeah? You need to see this, really. You need to see indecision. Then indecision. Then sweep the high and close fully your way. Okay? With preferably structure before it, where this bullish engulfing engulfs all of this or break structure. Then you execute on it. You get what I'm saying? But executing all the way here, you all the way on the top. It don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's not gonna play out. I probably would not take it from all the way up there. The 3-minute candles. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't gotta be in a rush to take it. You could have took this though, right here, where it comes, react, it goes to the up and break low. If this was a demand zone, what does this become? This becomes demand to supply. And you could execute it off here whenever price pulled back into this area. But me, personally, I saw this M1, and that's why I picked that candle. I saw this M1 here, impulse candle, minimum wick. Okay? Then I saw M2 candle, same thing. So I covered the M2 candle because it fit my stop loss. And I went M3, and that's what I did. That's how I executed. And that was like a 1.5, then it came back and hit me for break even. Then I re-entered from here, I think. Break even was here. It came down. It gave me 1 to 3, but I closed 1.5. I closed half. I closed maybe 1,000. Then it came back, hit my break even. Then it pushed off. Then it started doing this. Then I think I re-entered from here, from the stop. Then I just closed 1 to 3. This was Thursday reversal. But then all of that area got smoked. All of that got smoked. Then Friday, we'll go fast on Friday. Friday I got stop loss straight. That was a stop loss straight for me on Friday. I should have put my narrative after this happened. Like any inducement high, we're gonna be crashing low to grab all of this trend line that is building up to the downside. So, and I should have waited for this at least here to try to trade bullish because this is the only valid area. I should have traded for something like this here, this block, but I didn't, and I hit stop loss on Friday, and you can see all this liquidity to the downside. What I should have waited for is this right here, this medium inducement, then try to trade it. I think Friday New York session. I only traded New York session because London session I just knocked out. I'm not gonna lie. So I think somewhere here in New York, I got smoked. But let's just backtest what's it called? London. I did not trade London at all. But we could see break test got induced, equal highs, plus what? Medium inducement. This is an M15 high, medium inducement, yeah? Now, after this medium inducement, where can we see the liquidity? All the way to the bottom. I did not take this trade, so don't think I took it. I did not take this trade because I was not up. But what can we see here, yeah? Age of high inducement. SMT. What can we see? Age of high got induced with this. Okay? What happened? Made a low. Made a here, came here, 2 legs. What happened?
That two legs keep on repeating. I see it nowadays.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I can see Asian high inducement. It gives you a fake 2-leg protocol, and then it's
Oh yeah. And now, what can you see? Where's the last low that led to this medium inducement? Yeah? M1 structure. Low, high. Low, that made that high. This, go back test it. I'm not telling you nothing that. This is usually SMT that caused this medium inducement. Okay? Go back test it. I'm not telling you nothing. Okay? Now, what can we see? We can see minor inducement here. I did not trade this. Yeah? I was not up. I was knocked out. I'm not gonna lie. I was up on the laptop and I slept in the desk. Where can we see all this liquidity? Yeah? Where can we see the liquidity? We can see immediate trend line building up here. Coming. Where can we see this overall trend line? Down here. What can we see? Equal lows. Age of low. Equal lows. You see? The liquidity is all down. And where are you? You're in extreme area. Extreme 4-hour push. Yeah, if you're pushed from here to here, where are you in the push? You're in extreme areas. In a bearish market. Bullish internal. Look, you had the extreme areas, premium zones. So it makes sense for you to trade what? Bearish. And you just had what? A medium inducement in session. So it makes sense to trade bearish. Now, what do you want? You want further development. Like if session opened here, I really would want a minor inducement, then look to go. But if that didn't happen, what do I want? I want 2M5 bearish structures. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Induced. Broke. Induced high. Broke low. 2 legs on M5. For me to what? To understand, it's not coming up here. Now, if you go on M1, what did we say about this low? You need a minor inducement, break low, trade it. Yeah? Look, minor induce. All this liquidity right here. A minor induce high. And what did it do? Broke low. With momentum. I did not trade it, but if I was up, I would have probably took it from here. Why? Why? Took it from here. This is the last buy-in area before the momentum happened. That's what probably would have been my execution. I did not take this trade because I was not up. But that's how you
about
put up.
the M3 candle, that one that caused that breaks of the yes.
What happened?
M3.
You said what?
M3. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an M3 there that closed with no wicks to the downside that caused that SMT break.
There you go. You see, that's a good candle too. That tell me that doesn't follow the same thing. If you execute here, you still get the same results.
How many pips is it?
I don't know how many pips.
I think it was more than.
This is too much. So you probably would not take this. You're probably going down.
Yeah.
You probably go down. If it's too many pips, it doesn't make sense, to trade it. Even this is like scratching the highs. If I was probably up, maybe I would have traded. No, it's not maybe. I'll probably traded this. But I was not up. I was not up. I was asleep. I fell asleep in my table, in my desk. Yeah, this what happened on Friday, but I don't even want to go through New York. New York, I just took a straight up loss. I should have just switched my bias to bearish until we come here to even try to look for bullish, but you could see there's resting liquidity here. This is a trap. And I marked it a trap. But what I wanted to do, which market doesn't really care about what you want to do. What's going on here? Why is it not going? When New York opened, I was looking for something like this, like medium inducement into here, somewhere up here to trade a bearish. But that didn't happen. What happened was a medium inducement low, and I tried to buy it to sell it, and that was a bad idea. Yeah, this happened. This medium inducement happened here. This medium inducement happened because this is a low that made an overall high, M15. This happened here, and I try to catch it. until these areas to go sell it down, or not until these areas. Let me go M5.
Yasin, can you explain to me that SMT trap that on the New York session, the one that the demand one?
Oh, this
One. Yeah. The reason behind it is SMT.
Why? Because it's aged low, and you could see the liquidity.
Yeah.
You could see liquidity behind it. And why? If you go on an H1, yeah, go 1 hour, 1 hour time frame. You all the way on the top of the zone. You're trying to buy. If you're low, it started here. If you trying to buy overall, you see where you at? You're all the way up top. So it's more likely to come from sells. This is a high that made this overall low. We are extreme levels. So you shouldn't be buying from up high. You get what I'm saying? Plus is the age of low. I should have never looked for buys, but I was looking for buys here and I got smoked. I was looking for buys to sell, but that didn't work out. I look for buys. Look, this is the high that led to this medium inducement. M1 high that led to this medium inducement. Once it broke, I was looking bullish from here to buy from here. I caught a stop loss, which is okay. I wanted price to come all the way where? Let's see. Let's mark structure, yeah? You can see inducement high. Okay? Break low. I wanted just a 1 to 3 from here into here to potentially sell it. Like from this area. From this high, to be honest, I can't lie. I really wanted to mitigate this high. Because I seen this. I seen break and this test, this wick. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
because
wanted just
that structure on that structure that you marked as an inducement, the break and test. I think it was forming a trend line on 1 minute.
yeah on the bottom.
Yeah, no, not on the top. That one. If you go to M1, I think it touched 3 times.
Where? Oh,
This
here.
one, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can
Which one?
see. You can see that's not a trend line. Here.
No,
this,
not
this
that
is,
one. Not that.
oh yeah,
Not
this.
that one.
This, yeah.
It's
This
not
break
that.
and test right
Not
here.
that one, Yasin. No. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Where?
Scroll
Where
down.
we-
Scroll down. The next inducement. I think break and test. You marked it. Go down. Go down. This one that you marked. I think it was forming before. Just no. Not the low. The structure. The last structure that broke
This.
the broke low. Yeah. That one. I think it was forming an trend line.
Oh, to where? To the downside, you mean? This?
No, the up one. The downside is okay, but also the up.
This
The
you talking
downside
about?
has been taken, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to target. I'm not gonna lie. What I was looking for this. But I got smoked. I was looking for this. I was looking for a session to open, medium inducement, and sell it down. But you lose some, you win some, you know? Whatever. I read it wrong. I knew I was bearish from this high. I knew we could retrace all the way down here at least. But, you know, I was already up for the week and I wanted to get some cheeky buy from here and it just didn't work.
Consider
Just
that as the market taking the tax from you because you have taken a lot from it.
it happens, bro. I'm not mad. I just after this happened, I just went to sleep because I was looking from here to buy just the 1 to 3, okay? Just to 1 to 3 from here, but because session opened on this minor inducement, it had a build up minor inducement plus a medium inducement to the left. That's why I was trying to just retrace. You know what I'm saying? Retrace to sell, but that didn't work out. that just worked out to straight stop loss, you know? So price came back, boom, hit my stop loss, which it was fine, you know? And look, this SMT trap, this Asia low. See? Trap. That's why I was like, it's whatever, you know? Then after, I'm not gonna lie, after the stop loss right here, I just went to sleep. Sleep straight. I closed my laptop, I went by my day. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this GU last week. That's all I got.
You guys see?
Yeah.
Well, I think someone has a question. Well, Class has a question on the chat.
What are you saying?
He said, bro, can you explain the SMT model and break and test model one more time?
So break it. SMT, like the SMT, you will see it. The SMT, like you could just rewatch this video and see if you try to understand it. If you can't understand it, just DM me and I'll try to help you as best as I can. You know what I'm saying? Because how I see it, somebody might not see it, or you know, because everybody got different eyes. But I gotta be heading out soon, man. But that's what I got for today, man. Just try to watch it. Rewatch this. And if you can't understand it, just message me and inshallah I'll try to help you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, so
We appreciate the call, Yasin. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Always
no problem, my man.
you dropping
thank you,
the
bro.
gem.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you so much.
back test, man. Back test. You know what I'm saying? Back
We'll
test
do
and
that. We'll do that.
you will get it. You will get it.
Inshallah.
All right, my
Because
guys.
we'll get the hang of it.
All right, take care, bro.
All right,
Let's
man.
call
You
it.
too.